Hi, everybody. Um, Happy Thursday. Hope all is well. I know I haven't been on live in maybe about 2 weeks now. I had to recharge, recoup. You know, sometimes, creating content and going through things in life, you need to recharge. So I'm going to see who's going to come online. Um, Ignore my big ass pimple. I don't know where that pimple came from. Um, and I'm just gonna give y'all an update of what's been going on. And I want to talk about red flags in people's character because I didn't realize how many people really could not. Some people just slow. Some chosen ones could be a little slow because we like to see the good in people. And I didn't realize how many people just cannot pick up red flags in people's character. And I feel like I have met so many different type of demons and narcissists and all kind of people in my little 40 years on the planet. Yes, thank you to whoever came in the chat, talk in the chat. Um, Click like on the video for me. Thank you so much. Just gonna wait until some more people come in. The weather has been so beautiful in New York, and I'm so thankful for that because weather does play a huge role in your mood. So I'm so thankful that it's been nice. It's kind of chilly today. It feels like a September day, honestly, today. But lately it's been like 80, 90 degrees in New York. So I'm thankful for that. I got my little bit of wine right now, some pineapple wine. That wine is so strong. It's 16%. I think they got some liquor in that wine. Um, so let me tell y'all an update on my life before I get into the topic. I've been telling y'all, as a chosen one, it's very difficult to keep a job. Y'all know that when you're a chosen one, you get targeted. They don't like your personality. They see your light when you come into the job. They know that you're a big influence on people. Hi, good evening. How do I say your name? Is it Ajra? Um, I'm gonna call you. I would just say AJ. How you doing? Um, so a lot of chosen ones, we have difficulties when it comes to jobs, right? And I've always have issues at jobs, and that's the reason why for many, many years, 20 years, I was a hairstylist, but I always worked a part-time job because New York is very expensive. You got to have a job for your bills and you got to have a job for your lifestyle, right? And I have to have a job for my bills and I have to have a hustle or another job to cover, my lifestyle where I like to travel, I like going out to eat maybe once a week, clothing, all these different things that you need pretty much. Hey Sharon, I look beautiful. Thank you. I wasn't looking beautiful a couple of weeks ago. That's why I've been missing, girl. That's why I have been missing because I have fell into like a depression for like at least a good week. I couldn't really make content. You can even go to my TikTok. I really wasn't making content over there. I just really had to just whew, take a breather and just focus. And I feel a lot better. I'm not like 100% myself, but I definitely feel a lot better in comparison to the last 2-3 weeks. Um, but yeah, so he said, "Oh no, sorry to hear." It's okay. Like that's life. We're not always going to be happy. We're not always going to be sad. We're not always going to be mad. We're not always going to be joyful. We have these ups and downs in our lives, right? So, I have been telling y'all all the BS that I've been going through. Hey, Paradigm, you on the D train? Oh shoot, you live in the Bronx? Oh, I didn't know you lived in the Bronx. I So technically I got fired. And I kept telling y'all I already knew that they were trying to fire me. Um but instead of firing me, because if they do fire me completely, if they take me out the system, then I will be eligible for unemployment. So they're trying to get me to quit. So now they've placed me on the schedule for only 1 day. So they can get me, they're forcing me to quit because, of course, if they fire me, I'm eligible for unemployment because there's nothing I've done at the job that is qualified for firing me. I've done my job, basically. The job that I was hired to do, I've been doing. But because I won't go above and beyond for them and shuck and jive and perform and get credit card accounts for them, um, they are trying to make me quit, basically. So I'm gonna go in for my 1 day until I find another part-time job. Which I'm not really worried about it. That is taking $1,400 to $1,600 out of my income, my monthly income. So now I have to figure out how and where I'm going to get that from. And, how can I say? I guess go without until I find another position, pretty much, right? They didn't come and tell me nothing. I had to go to the boss over the stupid, evil white bitch that did this to me. It wasn't the male manager that did this. It was the evil white bitch that did this to me. And no, I'm not racist, but I'm just gonna call it out. This woman's a racist. This woman's a fucking spiritual loser. She's very unprofessional. She's the one that came to me and was like, oh, do I know anybody that does like bruja, spell work, and do I know anybody that practices santeria? And I didn't give her no information. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more of a personal attack, and I feel like it's more of a spiritual attack, pretty much. This is a weak bitch. Excuse my language. Who doesn't like that I called her out. When I had a meeting a few weeks ago with her and 2 other managers, I told her, like, you're aggressive, you talk down to people, you talk down to the customers, and you don't have to have a hostile environment to be a manager. You don't have to talk to people like that just because you're in a higher position. She didn't like that. So she found a way to basically, quote unquote, fire me. Yeah, I remember you saying that one manager was bothering you. Yeah, basically she's the one that technically fired me or whatever the case is. I've talked to 2 of my friends, who are very aware of spirituality. And I was just like, oh, I want to get her back spiritually. And they're just like, don't fuck with her spiritually. Leave her alone. Don't worry about it. Just allow karma to get her, pretty much. But yeah, that's where I stand right now. So if you want to support me, how you can support me, click like on the chat for me, guys. Click like on the video for me, so that way more people can come in. Thank you, guys. If you want to support me, donate to me. Book phone sessions. I do phone conversations. I'm going to make some t-shirts. I think I'm gonna make some chosen one t-shirts for this summer, so that way y'all can buy some t-shirts. But I'm gonna create it, make it, wear it online so y'all can see the quality, and then I'll let y'all know how to go to my shop on teespring.com and buy the shirt. So I'm gonna create ways of how y'all can support me, basically. Yeah, like, they're right. I guess they're right, but that thing inside of me is like, oh, I want to get that bitch spiritually. I really want to get that bitch. But you know what? My ancestors might get her. I heard she has 24 reports on her. So this woman already has reports on her, and she's still working for the company. So yeah, that's the update, dude. That's the update. All right. So starting, what was it? What's today? Thursday. So yeah, I worked Sunday and Monday, and then after that I don't work again till Monday. So basically I will be working like every Monday, and that's it. Pretty much. I'm not sad about leaving the job. I only been there 8 months. I really don't give a damn. All I care about is my money. That's it. All I care about is my money. I've been applying to jobs already. I did get 2 hitbacks, but they haven't set up an interview with me yet. So I'll keep y'all posted when I'm hired again. Summer is coming. They're always hiring for like summer jobs and stuff like that in New York. Um, I've applied to hospitals and galleries and museums and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Concert venues. That's pretty much where I've been applying to, basically, because I like to work in fast-paced environments, but I also like to be around creative, artsy type of people. But that is what's going to happen, guys, when you are a chosen one, or when you are the whistleblower, when you are the black sheep. Your bosses are not going to like you. I was talking to some other coworkers, and they were like, she gave me one day too. Is she trying to get me to quit? I'm like, yeah, basically she is. She's trying to get you to quit. That's their trick, because they know that if they fire you, you're eligible for unemployment, and that makes it look bad on the company. They're trying to make you look bad, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty much. I will never dedicate my energy and my life again to any company. I will always work part-time. My friend was like, you only want part-time? Hell yeah, I'm never ever gonna be working for somebody else full-time. Hell to the no, I would never do that. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I want to slap the shit out that bitch. I want to slap the shit out that bitch. I really do. I actually might go in there tomorrow, because they have like clearance items, and we have like this employee discount coming up tomorrow. I might see that stupid hoe tomorrow, because there's some stuff that I want to get, being that there's like this employee discount. But you know what? So what did I learn from this? I learned from this experience that when you see the red flags and you see the signs that God is moving you, just move. Just move. There was people who were like in the live, on the videos, like, no, stay at that job, keep that job. I told y'all that bitch was trying to fire me. Nobody was listening to me. I know my intuition. I know the red flags. I know the signs. I knew it. I already knew it in my spirit. No, just stay. And look, when you play checkers, the motherfuckers play chess, right? And when it's time for you to move, God will keep showing you signs that it's time for you to move from that job. And and you do this in relationships, you'll do this in friendships, you do this at jobs. But when it's time, when you see them acting funny towards you, even the narc lady I told you about, the narcissist at my job, who was like an assistant manager. They call them coordinators. That's another thing. When I talked to the boss over the woman that fired me, technically, he was like, oh, it's because of your performance. You wasn't getting enough credit cards, blah, blah, blah. I said, let me ask you something. So if you weren't leading up to your job or whatever they wanted you to do, would they fire you immediately or would they demote you? He said, oh, they would demote me. I said, so that's what y'all should have did for me. So he was like, oh, do you think that you can change your performance, or do you want to be moved to a different department? I said, I'm not performing for y'all. I'm not doing no more performing. And stand your ground, guys, with these jobs. Let me tell you something. They're trying to compare me to assistant managers. I said, why do you keep bringing up these assistant managers? I'm not an assistant manager. They make more money than me. I work 20 hours a week. They work 40 hours a week. How are you comparing their numbers to mine? They work 20 more hours per week. Not every other week, not 20 hours per month extra, 20 more hours per week than me. And you're comparing my numbers to them? That doesn't even make any sense. What are you talking about? So a lot of these jobs, they want to pay you less, they want to give you less hours, but they want you to act like you're some fucking manager. No, no, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go somewhere else. While you're working there, put in your job applications, put in your resume, and get the fuck out of there. Do not be in a slave position. Absolutely not. Talking about, you don't smile enough, you don't talk enough. I talk enough. Customers are they're not my bestie, they're not my homegirl, they're not my homeboy. I don't go to work to be somebody's therapist, to kiki in people's faces all day, to shuck and jive. I'm not there to perform. But this happens a lot too to Black people, where, a lot of people think that Black people, all of us are extroverted. Even though I am an extrovert at work, I'm not an extrovert, right? I am not a person that's just going to be like, hey girl, how you doing? This they think all Black people like this, especially Black women. Hey girl, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, I love your hair. I'm not doing that. Do you know how exhausting that is? Do you know how exhausting that is to perform, to act fake? I be looking at the other workers like, they'll be like, oh my God, and da-da-da-da. Why are you? No. Already when you're a Black person, you have to learn how to code switch. I am not performing extra for anyone. Just because I'm a big Black woman does not mean that I'm here to fucking perform for you. I'm not doing none of that. They expect you to be so jolly and be talkative. No, I'm having conversation. I have a great personality, but they want you to be fake and phony, and I cannot do that. And I told my manager that. I said, you're not getting any more performance out of me. Nope. Either fire me and give me my unemployment or put me in another department. That's it. That's it. He's like, are you sure? I said, I'm 100% sure. You're not getting anything out of me. And guys, stick to that too. Don't be fake. Don't be phony. Because when you're fake and you're phony, you're selling your soul. Whenever you're doing something that you know in your heart is wrong, when you know in your spirit is wrong and doesn't feel right, don't do it. I can't do that. That's something that I refuse to do for money. That's a form, you don't gotta be in Illuminati or the music industry or Hollywood to sell your soul. You can sell your soul at these jobs by doing something that's not in your character. That's what selling your soul is. Doing something that you know is wrong. I'm not doing that. For what? I don't get commission off of getting fucking credit cards. So why the hell am I going to sell my soul to get the company credit card accounts? Get the fuck out of here. Hey, Real. Sharon said, yes, he will show you. I worked at a lot of them. Exactly. I don't care if I have to change my job 3 times a year. It doesn't matter. At the end of the year, that income tax check comes all together. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you. Until I'm able to live and survive off of my own business, this is just what I have to do. This is why I encourage chosen ones to create your own business, an at-home business, or work remotely if you can, so that you don't have to deal with this BS, And more and more people are just quitting. Every time I go into work, someone is quitting. Another girl quit, and that's how I ended up. The manager felt bad and gave me her hours. He was like, oh yeah, she doesn't even want to finish her 2 weeks, so I'll give you her hours for today. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Maybe God wants to give me a rest for the summertime. Maybe God just wants me to chill and rest for the summertime. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get hired this summer. But like I said, yeah, how you can support me is by donating monthly or weekly, booking your phone sessions to talk about spirituality or anything that you're going through or your healing journey. And soon I'm gonna have some chosen one t-shirts and spiritual t-shirts with different sayings on it. I'm gonna have that and I'll keep y'all posted. And I'm thinking of working on a book soon as well, and I'll keep y'all posted on that as well. You know, because I just don't want to like always beg for donations and stuff like that. I want y'all to have a piece of my creativity um as well, you know? So I'm going to get in my creative bag and definitely keep y'all posted on what I'm going to be creating soon. How is everybody though? Is everybody doing well? How are you, Real? How are you, Paradigm? How are you, AJ? How y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? How are you, Sharon? What's going on in y'all lives? Whew, this wine making me hot. Nobody saying nothing. I guess y'all okay. Nobody saying nothing. Okay. I want to talk about this real quick. Karma cleansing, right? Before I get into people's characters, karma cleansing. So, really? Thank you, Monica. I feel like I'm breaking out my skin, like, but you're saying I look good. Thank you. Um, I got some new evil eye earrings. Aren't these cute? I got them from Temu. Don't be sleeping on Temu now. Temu be having the cutest little earrings. I love like stuff like that. And I got me an ankh ring from Temu. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I think this was like only $2. You know, you can keep it for a little while. I don't know how much these were. I think these might have been like $2 or $3 or something like that. But they have the cutest stuff. Go on Temu. People talk shit about Temu, but you gotta be careful like what you buy, you know. Hey Thompson, you just missed the whole story about me getting fired. Okay, you're gonna have to just watch the playback. You just missed the whole thing. Um, yeah, I want to talk quickly about karma cleansing, right? So karma cleansing. See, a lot of people don't know how karma works or how energy works, right? And I was thinking about this because this happens a lot. You ever like had somebody, hey Trey, you ever had somebody do you dirty and then they try to come back? And it's not always they trying to come back to do you dirty even more. They're really trying to come back to clean their karma with you, right? And this happens with chosen ones a lot, okay? And this has happened with me a lot where people they betray you. Who's that? Yakila, Melanin. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, girl. How you doing? Um, you know, a lot of people will do you dirty, right? And then when they see you flourishing, when they see you doing well, when they see you looking beautiful, when they see you looking fine, they're like, damn, this was a good person. This wasn't a bad person. And a lot of us have hierarchy in the spiritual realm, right? So they remember, like, damn, when I did so and so wrong, I know that this happened to me. So the reason why they try to come back to you is not because they really love you or they care for you. They're coming back because they want to clean their karma up with you. They know, like, damn, right after I did this person dirty, I got sick. Right after I did this person dirty, I lost my money. Right after I did this person dirty, my relationship crashed. So this is why you have a lot of stalkers, a lot of people trying to come back. They're trying to clean their karma, right? And some of them are doing it consciously, but some of them are doing it subconsciously, because this is how the energy, they don't teach us this in school. They don't teach you about karma and energy. This is why you see a lot of evil people with money, right? I was watching some documentary and it was this is crazy. I don't know why. I feel like I was alive like in the 1920s and 1930s. Like I feel like I had another life in that time. I love the whole Italian mob thing, okay? I don't think I was white in another life, but I don't know. I think I was connected to like an Italian mob or something, or lived around them, or maybe I had like a man who was in an Italian mob. Maybe I was like, I don't know, interracially dating around that time. I don't know, 1920s, 1930s. I have like this fascination when it comes to the mob, right, and how they move and just how they move, right? And I was watching this documentary on the Italian mob, and I didn't realize how Italians, they'll go to psychics, they'll go to like readers, they'll follow astrology, like they won't do certain business deals unless the stars are aligned, right? Or they'll go to their reader or their psychic, right? They'll even have their brujas, they'll have their witches do certain things on people. They're not always killing people, right? I was like, wow, I didn't know they was into that, right? And they also do donations, kind of like if you look at like black drug dealing movies too, where you'll see like they gave out turkeys and fur coats, and around Christmas time they're giving out toys for the kids. What do you think that is about? That's not just to make their character look better. They're putting out good karma, right? So it's like you put out good deeds so that way you can get certain energy back, right? And this is why you be like, damn, how that evil person ain't dead yet? How is that? How is that? I'm a good person. I ain't got no money, but this person who be killing people or essaying people or doing certain things to people, why they good? This is why, because they figured out the energy. When you put out good energy, it'll come back in return. It's not saying that they're not going to pay for what they did, but it kind of like buys them time in a sense, right? So I noticed you like, wait, what? This is how this works? Yes. So it's not that you can just keep doing bad things and it's not going to return to you, but it's almost like when you're putting that good energy out, it'll balance out, right? um so I noticed this. Like I said, I saw a documentary one time on Italians where they will donate money, right? Like they're big donators, like in a Catholic church. A lot of them are Catholic, and they'll drop off thousands of dollars to the Catholic church to balance out their energy. Or like dirty politicians donating money to charities and stuff like that. Or like people from the Vatican donating money or helping people in Africa or helping people save the hungry and all that shit. They're balancing out their karma, right? So a lot of people, your family, your ex-lovers, your friends, they're coming back to you because they're trying to clean their karma. Every time they see you, is burning them up. Oh man, I did them dirty, man. I gotta get back in. I gotta do the chosen one right. Okay. And I have a lot of this. I've had lovers, I've had ex-friends. I even had, like, when I went to that funeral, that girl's funeral, like a month or two ago. I don't even know the months now. What's this? About to go into June? About to go into June. This year's going fast, right? I saw a lot of people who did me dirty, like, hey, can I get your number? Can we hang out? Can we this? And I'm just like looking at them like, fuck out of here. Hell to no. You're not getting back in my circle. You're not getting back in my energy. People also want to be next to you because you have good energy. You have a good karma. You have good feng shui, right? So it's like if I get next to them, it's almost like your karma and your energy cleanses them. They're in proximity to your blessings. They're in proximity to your light and your energy. And they know that when they're around you, they're good. There's been people who you've known that they were always protected when they were around you. You think these people don't remember this? You think these people don't remember that every time they was around you, they always ate good? You think these people don't remember every time they was around you, they was seen? But when they're by themselves, no one pays attention to them. But when they're next to the chosen one, and when they're next to the person of light, they're seen. People pay attention to them. So they know this. They want to get next to you again, get in you again, sleep with you, hang out with you, love on you again just to clean their karma. If I'm good to this person who is of light, I know I'll be good. I know God is going to um bless me because I'm good to so and so. I'm good to the chosen one. It's up to you, chosen one, to allow these people in. But no, I peep this, and it's like a desperation energy that I get from these people. It's like, oh my God, I gotta get back in. I gotta be next to her. You're not getting back in my life. Fuck out of here. Okay. Get away from me. I noticed this. So be careful with this. Not everybody who is trying to rekindle with you loves you. Not everyone who's trying to rekindle with you want to marry you, have kids with you because they're so in love with you. Or they want to be your best friend again because they love you. They know if I get close to him or her, I can clear my karma of what I did to them. I can reverse it, or what I did to other people by being good to the chosen one, then maybe I can clean my karma. Watch out for these people who is coming back. I'm telling you. Um, I learned about this karma cleansing. I just didn't know what it was called when I was young. So I realized that my mom had a weird relationship with my grandfather, her father, right? It was like my mom loved her father, but there was always this weirdness. I didn't know what it was, but I felt it. So I confronted her when I was probably about 13 or 14 years old. And my grandfather, I loved my grandfather. My grandfather that was Cuban, I loved him. I loved going to his house. He was so nice to me. I wish I had a picture of him. I'll show you a picture of him later on. He was so nice to me. He was so loving. I have letters that my grandfather used to write me. He also used to do this thing where every birthday it'll be like, oh, you're 5 years old, I'm giving you $5. You're 10 years old, I'm giving you $10, right? You're 13, I'm giving you $13. And I think he died when I was like 13 or something. And I remember when I was 20 going, oh man, grandpa died. I would have got $20 this year. He would do like all these cutesy things with me, right? And I'll be like, Mommy, look, grandpa wrote me a letter. He actually moved from Queens to Las Vegas, right? So I didn't see him after he moved to Las Vegas, but he always called me and always was like, I love you, baby girl. Just know that I love you and you are my world and you're such a good person. Like, he would just shower me with so much love. And then one day I asked my mom, like, Mommy, how come, you and grandpa seem kind of distant, but he's so loving to me? That's when I found out the truth, guys. My grandfather was an alcoholic. My grandfather was abusive. And my grandfather was trying to be good to me because he wasn't good to my mother. And my mother shared some very devastating news with me. I'm not going to tell you what my grandfather did to my mom, but he did something horrific to my mother. And when she told me, I was just like, if you told me this a long time ago, I would have cut grandpa off. And she was like, no, I didn't want you to do that. I forgive him for what he did to me, but at the same time, I'm just going to allow him to have that relationship with you. He knew that it was too late to redo what he did to my mother, so he overloved me. All right, so a lot of you ain't special in your family. You like, oh, my grandma loved me so much. My grandfather loved me. My parents loved me. You don't know the family secrets. My mom told me these family secrets and I was blown away. So a lot of times people in your family, they did horrible things to your parents. They did horrible things to you that you don't even know about when you were a child. Lovers did horrible things behind your back that you don't know about. And that's the reason why they're treating you so well. I know this sounds sick. They're trying to karma cleanse themselves through your children, through other forms of love and buying you gifts and giving you money and all these things. And a lot of you probably go, well, I don't understand. My parents treated me like shit, but they treated my kids so good. They're karma cleansing through your kids. That's what they're doing. They're karma cleansing A lot of them didn't even change. They didn't change. They don't want to take accountability, because the truth is, how come they haven't said to you, I'm sorry? How come they haven't admitted what they did to you? How come they haven't tried to make it right with you? You're not dead yet. Why is that? They don't want to take accountability, so they go through the back way spiritually, and they're trying to karma cleanse through your children. They're trying to karma cleanse through another friend, even lovers. So a lover would do you dirty and then get with the next woman or get with the next man, and you going, hold on, how come everything I asked for they're giving to this man or woman? They know they did you dirty. They know that you're not going to take them back, and now they're trying to karma cleanse with the next lover. I'm telling you, this shit goes deep. This shit goes deep. And a lot of you be like feeling insecure and wondering, what is going on? How come I didn't get that love? How come I didn't get that attention? How come I didn't get that money? I didn't get that gift. You know, even my own brother, my only sibling, right? There's another possible sibling, but I want a DNA test, you know. My father had a daughter before I was born, 10 years before I was born, but I don't believe this girl is my sister, so I don't claim her. But anyway, my mom, you know, had a son 12 years before me, before I was born, and he treated our mother horribly, right? My mother had cancer for 8 years. This boy, now I'm gonna call him a boy, this boy never helped me the entire 8 years. I literally had to drop out of high school, go to an alternative school to get my high school diploma, because I missed so many days of going to chemotherapy and radiation treatments with my mom, right? And my mom didn't want to take that journey by herself, so she allowed it. This man, if I'm 15, he's almost 30. He didn't help me. He had a car, he had a house, he could have helped me. He wouldn't even on his days off pick out our mom from radiation while she's weak. You know, my mom had to eventually get Accessoride. Accessoride is this company that picks up sick people or elderly people, you know, but it takes time to register. And I was always at my mother's treatments. You know, he let me do this shit by myself. I'm 15, 16, 17, 18 years old doing this shit alone. Now that our mother is dead, who do you think he's trying to karma cleanse with? Not with me. Nope. He's trying to karma cleanse with her mother. Her fucking mother. Her mother who barely raised her. Her mother who was a whore and a drunk, who did not take care of our mom. He's up there buying her groceries, taking her to the doctor, buying her clothes, doing all these things. And I'm like, wait a minute. When your mother was dying of fucking cancer, you did not want to be there for her, but you're trying to karma cleanse through her mother who was a piece of shit? Bro, you're not karma cleansing. You picked the wrong person. What he should have did was he should have karma cleansed with me. But he picked the evil narcissist and trying to karma cleanse through her. It's not going to work. You were a shitty son. Your mother died, and now you're trying to be kind to her mother. I peep it, because our grandmother didn't do anything for us, you know. So this is what goes on. And he goes, "Oh, that's my grandmother. I don't care. You can have that bitch. I don't claim her as my grandmother. You can have her. You're still going to hell for who you are. I don't give a shit. You're gonna burn in hell for who the person you are. But this is what people will do. You're going, wait a minute, hold on. What's going on here? How come they're mistreating me, but they're being kind to this person? So the person doesn't even have to be a good person, and they're going to use them to karma cleanse. Do I think it works? I think with certain people it'll work. But if you're trying to karma cleanse to a person who's negative, no, I just think kind of like it evens out, or you buy time on certain things. But I've seen people karma cleanse and they still had to pay later on in their life for the horrible things that they did. Maybe they end up sick, they end up dying a tragic death, you know, they end up having to go to court. I've seen people lose everything, you know, so eventually it does catch up to them. Yes, it's a ritual. Exactly. Is it Yakala or Yakala? Real says yes. After some stabbed me in the back, they had missed school for a while, a week, and he had hurt his back. Uh-huh. It comes fast. You said this is happening right now to you. Trey says interesting. Yeah, because a lot of y'all, even me, I used to be like, why are they doing this? And I was like, oh, I figured it out. And psychologically, some people don't even realize that they're even doing this. Some people are not doing this consciously. Some people are actually doing this subconsciously. Right. Wow. This is so accurate and true. This is facts. AJ says, this is facts. My ex-husband tries to karma cleanse through helping the homeless. Yup. I remember he did what? Did you real dirty one night, then left out and passed out food for the homeless. Yeah, this is what they do. I'm telling you. Especially a lot of times the people who they did dirty don't forgive them, and they won't let them back in. So they got to figure out another way to cleanse themselves, basically. And they're conscious. A lot of people, some people aren't narcissistic. They're just dirty people. Everyone doesn't have a mental disorder. Some people are just straight up dirty, but they can't control their evilness. So what they'll do is, they'll go help a homeless person. And it also, this is the reason why a lot of these people for years get away with the things that they do. You can't just go kill 4 people and then say, well, I just put up 4 homeless people in a hotel. But this is how people live their life. This is because the rules on earth is completely different. The rules on earth are different. The energy. This is why those people who are millionaires and billionaires, they understand the law of attraction. They understand the laws of the planet. And that's why they're able to do these horrific things and still have money and still be successful, basically. It's so scary. I wanted to, do you think you've ever tried to karma cleanse? I don't think I've ever tried to karma cleanse. I've always tried to go back to the person that I did something to, or they felt violated by me, and try to make it right. And if they just didn't allow me in, I just let it go. Pretty much. It's like, I apologize, or I try to make it right, and they don't let me in. Oh well, I just let it go, pretty much. But I really haven't did like people dirty or anything like that. So to say, if there's people out there who said I did them dirty, it probably was done unconsciously, pretty much. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Let me block this person. The trolls be coming. The trolls be coming in here. They be wilding. Yeah, I don't even be around nobody to do nobody dirty. I guess my way of doing people dirty is I ghost people. I withdraw my energy so fast from people, and I understand. I'm learning that it could be devastating. That could be devastating because I don't withdraw my energy from, not everyone I withdraw my energy from are bad people, but it's just people become annoying and overwhelming for me that I just overdraw my energy. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna put my Cash App and Zelle in the chat right now. Thank you for asking, love. Um, I thought about that. I there's things that I did that I am not proud of, and but I don't live in guilt. I think when I was a Christian, I I used to feel really guilty because when you're in religion, you end up feeling so guilty. But I understand that the reason why I did a lot of those things was because I didn't know better, right? So now, if you start doing things when you know better, that means you gotta get some help, right? So I did a lot of things, I think concerning like romantic relationships that were not right, basically, pretty much, that were not right. That I wish that if looking back, I wouldn't have dealt with those men. I wouldn't have let them have access to me. I wouldn't have matched energy. There you go. That's how I can say. I don't want to give too much information, but a lot of us dealt with negative people because our energies matched with them at the time. And I feel like I was just matching those men energy. Like, let me give you an example. Like, oh, if a man cheated on me, I probably didn't leave him. I probably cheated back. You feel me? And it was just like, why even do that? Just leave that person. Or there was times, years ago where I didn't do investigation to find out if that man had a girlfriend or something like that. And even when I found out, I just didn't care. It was just like, oh well, it is what it is. My Cash App is in the chat, guys. Thank you so much to whoever's able to donate to me. So those are things, and I think the reason why I did that was because it was done to me when I was like a virgin, getting cheated on, or it's kind of like you become the person that did you dirty in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, men don't care about being faithful. I don't care about being faithful, So those are things that I did in my past that I'm not happy about, pretty much. I'm going to put my Zelle and my PayPal as well in the chat. But I don't ever try to go and karma cleanse because I feel like things that we've done teaches us lessons. It just teaches us lessons. But you said, I agree. I withdraw your energy quickly. I withdraw my energy quickly, especially if you project your foolishness on me. Yeah, I realized that, you see, when you are a person of light, when you are a chosen one, or whatever you want to call yourself, a star seed, an indigo, an empath, whatever, when you're vibing high, your energy could be addictive, right? And I have to understand that sometimes withdrawing my energy or ghosting people, it could be devastating for people, so hey Tiara, thank you. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. You missed the beginning of the show, girl. Your girl done got fired, okay? Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, your energy is so powerful that you got to be kind of careful who you share your energy with, whether it's through friendship, with your family, sexually, because when you withdraw your energy from people, they kind of go through a withdrawal, like kind of like an addict. They're so addicted to your light that when you withdraw your energy from them, it could be life-changing and devastating. And this is why a lot of us chosen ones have people who stalk us. They feel they couldn't accomplish us. They feel like they wasn't worthy to be in our light. A lot of them aren't, so I feel I can detach well because I have had a lot of death in my life. And I had to detach from the one person, my mother, that was my everything. So if I can detach from her, I can detach from anybody. That's how I feel. That's how I run. But sometimes it is good, chosen one, to tell the person, look, I'm about to let you go. You annoying, you project on me. I don't like your personality, or we're not a match. Sometimes it's good to tell people, some people don't know they're annoying. This is crazy. Some people don't know they're annoying. Some people don't know that they're projecting on people while they're miserable. Some people are good people, but they just don't know how to manage their negative energy at the time. So I kind of learned who to pick and choose from. In 2021, when I had cut this girl off, I don't think she was a bad person. I think that she had daddy issues. I think she needed therapy. I think she had low self-esteem. And I wrote her an email. I know I was professional on a girl. I actually wrote a girl an email and told her exactly why I was cutting her off. And that I liked her, I loved her, but she wasn't mature enough to be friends with me at the time. She was pretty young. She was like 25 at the time. And I let her know, like, that's why I'm cutting you off. And she wrote back, like, understandable. She didn't care. And I was like, that's it. I ended it. I didn't want to just leave her hanging like that. I don't think that she could have handled that spiritually. So as you mature, you're going to know who to tell certain things to. Then there's some people that they just straight violate you. You don't need to write them no email, no text, no call. You just punch them in their face. I'm just being real. Some people need to be slapped. Some people need to be punched in the damn face. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Nah, I mean, you don't have to fight. If you want to, that's your business. But I haven't, over the years, I haven't had to punch nobody in the face. I did threaten them. I did threaten them. Like, listen, you keep fucking with me, I'm slap the shit out of you. And they just left me alone. But nah, some people not deserve, but you have grace for them because we're not perfect. There was a time where you probably was annoying to some people, you know. Even at this job that I'm at, they don't like me. They don't like my personality. Is that going to take away who I am? No, it's not. I'm still be Angelique. I'm gonna still be a chosen one. I'm gonna still shed light, and I understand that my personality and my aura is very intimidating, and that's a light and energy that God has given me. I'm not gonna water myself down anymore, because when I watered myself down, all I did was attract a whole bunch of people who were worth nothing. When you're not your true self, you're going to keep attracting fleas and flies and roaches and bed bugs and demons and all that stuff. Keep being yourself. They don't like my personality, and it's okay. All right. Y'all like my personality, or there might be some people who watch me, they think I'm annoying. They think I'm obnoxious, and that's fine. But never water yourself down to get along with anybody. All right. Hey, Georgia. What? I'm gonna have to wind it back. Yeah, you're gonna have to wind it back, Tiara. hmm But yeah, they act surprised. AJ says they act surprised. I have a good friend that seemed clueless when I told her she was projecting on me her anxious attachment style. Ooh, those are the worst. Yes, we're gonna talk about that tonight. She's taking it hard that I withdraw my energy. Yes. I experienced this a lot. So yeah, let's talk about personality red flags, and that is definitely one of them, right? I got my book right here. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I didn't write it down, but I'm going to write it down as I'm talking. So personality red flag in somebody is they're projecting on you. So you got a friend, right? They might be sweet, they might be cool, but they're going through something. Maybe they're going through a breakup. Maybe they're broke at the time. Maybe they got low self-esteem. Maybe they got mommy issues, daddy issues, but they are projecting on you in order to release, right? Believe it or this. I don't think a lot of people are consciously doing this. Some people are miserable and they think they're hiding it. No, when you're miserable, you're not hiding it. You think you're hiding it, right? Or you can hide it for a little bit, but every miserable friend that I had eventually started to project on me. right? And this gets ugly, it gets dirty, it gets funky, it gets nasty. It feels disgusting to be around these people. Everything in life, they cannot see the good in it. Okay? And nobody wants to be around you when you're fucking miserable. This is why I suggest when you're miserable, you isolate yourself to a certain extent. Unless you are not having unaliving thoughts, you need to isolate yourself so God can talk to you, so you can meditate, so you can work through your emotions. And you need to book a life coach, just like you can book me. You're miserable, book me. All right? I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself if you're miserable. All right? Book me. I'll let you know the information in the chat, in the comment section after the live. But anyway, book a therapist if you can, or book a life coach, because you need to talk to somebody who doesn't know you, right? Because a lot of time when you talk to people who they know you, they're not going to give it to you real. They're not going to give it to you raw, right? That's why I'm a huge supporter of booking with strangers, because they're going to keep it real. They don't know you, don't got no emotions towards you, they're not going to be biased, they're going to keep it real with you, right? That's why I do not let people who I know as a friend or lover or whoever book with me, because I'm not going to be honest with them 100%, or I will be and they'll get mad, right? A lot of people subconsciously, they need to get that release. They need to release their horrible feelings about themselves or their situation, so they're gonna put it on you. Now they see you happy, y'all meeting up for brunch or lunch or whatever, y'all playing basketball, y'all dudes, whatever y'all dudes do, play games, whatever, on video games. I don't know what y'all do. Go look out for girls, go look out for guys, whatever. And then you're around these people, the next thing you know, they start picking on you. You like, what the hell's wrong with them? Like, you telling them about your accomplishments. How could they be happy for you if they're not happy with themselves? Oh yeah, I just got a new job, I bought a new car, I got a new house. They like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Silence. That's a red flag. Your friend should congratulate you. Your friend should be happy for you. You know, you're saying good things about your partner. Oh yeah, my man is so good to me, my woman is so good to me. They just, Anyway, how about them Yankees? Yankees? We was just talking about my whole relationship, my whole marriage. What the fuck are you talking about? Every time you see them, they got something negative to say about you. They never compliment you. They never tell you they're proud of you. They switch the subject every time you're talking about something positive. This is red flags. And this is sad because this goes over people's head until they can't take it no more. That's not a friend. At the time, that person cannot be your friend. This is why when you're miserable, you need to isolate yourself. You cannot be around people. It's like when you're miserable, and this is what I do, I withdraw, right? I didn't talk to my little friend for like a week. He hit me up. He was like, what's wrong with you? You good? I was like, nope, I'm depressed. I told him straight up, I'm depressed. He was like, oh no, I'm sending you love, I'm sending you light, blah, 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 da, da, da. Even when you are open with your friends and your family or your lovers, how do they receive you? Do they just hurry up and try to rush you through the process just so that you can be normal again? There's another red flag. Or people trying to push you into happiness so that they can hurry up and so you can be your normal self so they can use you again. I used to have people do that to me all the time. They don't give a fuck about me being sad. They don't give a fuck about me being depressed. They just want me to hurry up and be my happy self, hurry up and be my light-filled self so that they can tell me about their problems, so that I can fix them, so that they can be in my lively light again. No, pay attention to how people treat you when you say, listen, I'm sad. You want them to uplift you, but not to rush you through the process, because you're supposed to feel sad. You're supposed to sit in your shit so you can get through it. Exactly. They want to use you. They want to use you of your light, so they try to push you through it quick. Like, hurry up and get over this. Like, we got to get you back to being, a happy person, so that way I can use you. Nah, it don't work like that. It does not work like that. It shouldn't be like that, And there's nothing wrong. Don't feel guilty if, you know, you have to cut off a friend because they're projecting. Now, if you feel like you're really close to this person, you could talk to them and say, listen, I noticed that every time I see you have something negative to say. Because it's like, why every time I see you, you talking about, damn girl, your eyebrows is crooked and your hair is ugly, and what made you wear that lipstick, and what made you wear that outfit, and why you eating that? And that's a miserable person. Anybody that constantly is picking flaws off of somebody and they haven't even picked something good about that person, they haven't highlighted something great about that person, it's constant like, oh, I don't like this about that person, I don't like this about you. That's a huge red flag. Every time I fucking talk to you, you have a problem with me. Thank you, AJ. I received your Cash App. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you so much. Is it Ajra? How do I pronounce your name? Write it out, girl. I get this a lot. I attract a lot of female friends like this. You know, sometimes people, they're attracted to your light. They want to be in your presence. And they start off cool. You know, people know how to pretend positivity. So you have to watch people. Give it about good 3-6 months. Give it a little while, because people are going to tell on themselves, right? So I attract a lot of women who might be going through things, and they're like, oh yeah, she got that good light, she got that positivity, I got to get next to her. You know, so people are very good at pretending spirituality or religion, pretending like, you know, they like the same things you like to get next to you. You got to be very careful. Very careful. You know, friends love bomb you too. Not just lovers. Friends will love bomb you as well, guys. I'm telling you. And they're paying attention to the things you like. And social media has made it very easy. I noticed that. You know, some people I've noticed, they'll like, oh, I see you like Andre 3000. So then they'll talk about everything with Andre 3000. Oh, I see you like makeup. So next thing you know, they start trying to talk about makeup just to make it seem like we have a lot in common. You got to watch those people, right? Watch those people who are always trying to bring up these little things that you like, but they're not really sharing the things that they're liking, because they just want to will you in. They want to make it seem like they're more like you. That's weird to me. I want to know about your personality. We know I like makeup and Andre 3000 and wine. What you like? Who are you? Why is everything gotta be in relation to me? This is a red flag. People who try to act like they're a lot like you. I call them the Me Too people. Yeah, me too, girl. Yeah, me too, homie. Yeah, me too, me too. I like that too. So you like everything I like? Okay, twin. Weird. Watch out for these people. Usually these people, they don't have much of a personality. Deep down, they're boring. They come in an energy vamp off of you. They see a light on you. There's something that they want from you. This is not an authentic, genuine person. Pay attention to that. Hi, April. All right, I'm gonna have to practice that. I'm gonna write that down. I don't want to ruin your name, but I'm gonna call you AJ for now. That's a beautiful name though. She said, not a Spanish J. That's funny. Okay. What's your ethnicity? That is a pretty name. So it's Ajera. Is that how I say it? Is that Indian? Black on black. Oh, that's pretty though. That's pretty. It reminds me of either Indian or Guyanese Indian. That's what it reminds me of. I think I've heard the name before. From Guyanese and Guyanese Indian. Beautiful name. But yeah, so watch out for people who is always like a Me Too person. Everything is, we twins. Yeah, mm-hmm. They always agree with you on things, Watch out for people who are trying to pick apart your character. It's like, why are you friends with me then? Everything I'm talking about is you're weird. I don't agree with that. You think like that? You believe in that? You really do that? You really eat that? I don't know. What? Why would you want to be around somebody where you have nothing in common with at all? You don't agree with any views. We don't have anything in common. Every time you're talking to them, you feel like they're trying to belittle your character or your beliefs. This is not a good person. This is not a person who likes you. And I know it sounds weird. There are actually people who see you and they see that there's something about you. Maybe it's your spiritual light. Maybe it's your personality, your character, the way people react to you and don't react to them. And they go, yeah, I'm going to get close to them. I'm going to get close to them and see why people like them and not like me. I'm going to get close to them to see how can I become them? I want that light. I want that attention. I want to be able to talk to people and people listen to me. This is weird. I've never befriended anyone who I didn't like ever in my life. I've never done that. I think that's freaking psychotic. I think you have to be either spiritually sick or mentally sick in order to do this. But yes, there's even people who will date you and they don't like you. There's people who will get you pregnant and they don't like you. They want to destroy your life, and that's the reason why they got close to you. They want to see what is it about you. They want to see also, are you real? A lot of people don't believe that you could be that cool. A lot of people don't believe that you could be that smart. A lot of people don't believe that you can have that light. And then what happens is once they get close to you and they realize, oh shit, this person is actually the real deal, that's when they up the abuse. That's when they up the insults. Because now they're pissed. Oh, they're not fake like me? All this time I thought they were pretending. Now I really know that their light is internal. Now I know that I can't pretend to be like them. It don't matter if I dress like them, I try to act like them. I'm not them. I don't got that energy. Because what most of us have is internal. You cannot buy it in the store. They can't, it doesn't matter if they dress like us, act like us. They don't have the energy to back up the character. Hey, Soul Leader. Fruits Acquired said weirdo stuff. I love your name. Yep, narcs definitely do that. It's true. Now, narcs do a lot of things, but here's what's crazy. There's people out there who are not even narcissists that do this too. I've had people who weren't narcs that did this. They were just losers. They were like, it's sad to say, they were like, the lonesome kid who didn't really have the personality, the nerdy type. I've had a lot of people like that. They weren't narcs, they weren't even smart enough to be narcs. So sometimes narcs can be very intelligent, but I've had a lot of losers, they just didn't click. They didn't get that personality gene. They're just lame. Some people are just losers. They're not even a narcissist. There's nothing wrong with them, clinically. They're just fucking losers. They didn't learn to wash their ass properly. They didn't learn to do their hair. They just didn't get the swag. Listen. Just like I didn't get the the skinny jean. You know, believe it or not, my brother's like 120 pounds. He's in his 50s. Okay. He got the skinny jean. I got the fat jean. Okay. He got a skinny daddy. I got a fat daddy. We all don't get everything, right? But he's lame. He's lame. He's a nerd. He didn't get the personality gene. And here I come like, hey, yo, what's up? You know? And he's looking like, damn, the bitch I hit the personality jackpot. You know, he's not too cute in the face. I'm pretty decent in the face. You know, we all don't get everything, but whatever you didn't get, I didn't get the body gene. So that means I got to work my ass off. If I ever want to be skinny and have a nice body, I have to work it off. You know what I'm saying? But with him, he just is lame. Some people just come into this planet boring, corny, lame, nerdy, whatever. I love nerds, by the way, you know, if they're nice to me. I like nerdy guys. But you get what I'm trying to say. Some people just came into the planet just lame as fuck. And instead of working on their personality, they get close to people who aren't lame, who have a big personality, who have a bright light. And instead of working on themselves, they think they're going to be able to withdraw your energy from you. Some of them succeed, and they feed off of your energy. So I've had a lot of lame bitches befriend me, and I'm a person like, I don't care if you're nerdy, I don't care if you don't dress nice, I don't care if you're not fashionable, I don't care if you're not too cute, you know, I'll be your friend, but I gotta stop that. I gotta be like, hold on, me and this person don't got shit in common. Why does this person want to be my friend? And I fell for this many times. So it is a red flag when somebody who is completely opposite from you is trying to latch on to you. Pay attention to that. That's something I've gone through a lot of times, where it's the girl that she doesn't know much about hygiene or makeup or fashion, and she's like desperately trying to be my friend. Most of those girls literally try to sleep with my man, try to destroy my character, try to steal my personality. Pay attention to that, guys. You know, just because they seem sweet and introverted doesn't mean that they're a good person. Some of these people are lames. How they act. Hi, soul leader. Trey says so true. Yup. So that's something that I've learned through the years when it comes to people. Another thing is people who are aggressive with getting to know you is not a good sign. That could be in friendship or romantically, meaning like they're being really pushy, right? Like years ago, it was around 2018, 2019. This girl at the job that I was working at back then, and she was a pretty girl. That's what's funny about it. She was a Guyanese Indian girl. She was very pretty. You know, long, beautiful hair, like your typical like Indian girl that they will be running after. Like very pretty girl, nice body, everything like that. It's very sweet, very goal driven. She was finishing her degree, and she was working at the shitty job that we were working at. And she was so pushy. She kept going, when we going to the movies, when we going bowling, when we going to dinner. And I was like, girl, we have a huge age difference. I'm like 10 years older than her. So she's in her 20s at the time. I'm in my 30s. And I thought this was weird. I was just like, why is this 20-something-year-old girl trying to force her way to hang out with me? I thought this was a huge, huge red flag, right? And it ended up being a red flag. So later on, I put one and two together. The reason why this girl wanted to befriend me was because there was a guy her age that we worked with that she liked. He didn't like her though. But he was very close to me. So that was the reason. Okay, Paradigm, you back? Okay, good. The reason why she wanted to befriend me was because she wanted to get close to me, because she was trying to find out how come the guy that she likes liked to be around me. Why was he opening up to me? Why did he have a certain level of respect for me, but he did not pay her any mind? That's why this stupid bitch befriended me. So you got to be very careful. There's people out there that are spiritual losers who will try to befriend you to figure out why people like you. Long story short, I saw her Instagram and realized she was putting like sexual content on her Instagram. And I was like, oh, that's why he didn't like her. He thought she was like a 304. He looked at her as like a whore, basically, right? She would like, listen, I understand when you're young, you're learning your sexuality and stuff like that, but try not to put it on social media. Go and experience things. Back when I was 21, 22, social media really, it didn't even exist. So all the dirt and figuring out my sexuality, there's no recordings. Okay, there's no record of it. So this young girl would post just sexy pictures of her in certain clothing and bending over and showing her body. And one day she had a post and she was eating a icy, like a popsicle, and she was just like, oh, I wish this was me deep throating you. And I was just like, oh my god. And this guy, he was Pakistani, and I'm not saying Pakistani men or Indian men are any better than any other man, but when it comes to like who they're picking it for their wife, they like a more conservative. I don't know who they like when they playing around, but for their wife, they need a more conservative woman. There was no way this Pakistani dude was gonna pick this Guyanese Indian girl to be his girlfriend when she's talking about deep throating a damn popsicle on Instagram. Okay, so I come off conservative, right? I have a Capricorn rising, so I always come off conservative. I don't really dress provocatively. I can dress sexy, but I don't dress provocatively. He thought I was like the epitome of like the type of girl that he would want because I did not come off like that, right? But she didn't get it. She's looking like, why would he want this old fat bitch? You feel me? She's looking like, I'm young and beautiful and hot. Why would he want this? Why would he want this black, fat, old woman? And it was because he thought I was beautiful. He thought I was, conservative. He just saw something different. When you get to know someone, you see a beauty in them, right? Right. Yeah, exactly. She didn't get it. So this girl literally befriended me because she could not understand how could this good-looking Pakistani dude be into me? How could he think that she's pretty? She's the black girl. She's the fat girl. She's the old girl. She did not get it. And it was because he was looking for light. He was looking for a conservative woman. I would have never dated him because I was like 10 years, more than 10 years older than him. I called him like my bro, but he would flirt with me at work and stuff like that. And she would see it, Hey, Mac, so she didn't get it. So that's why that girl befriended me. She wasn't befriending me because she really wanted to get to know me or anything like that. No, you know. And he said that he's like, oh no, like my parents know I like black girls, Puerto Rican girls, and Dominican girls. Like my parents know that, but I don't think she knew that because she never had any conversations with him like that. But yeah, long story short, people will befriend you just to see what others see in you, and of course, because she didn't befriend me on a genuine term, I put one and two together. I figured her out, and her character was revealed when her and I went to Puerto Rico in 2021 together. She showed her true character over in Puerto Rico, because when you're on vacation, you have your guard down, and she showed her true character in Puerto Rico. And that was the reason why I ended our friendship. She was the girl that I sent the email to her and ended our friendship, basically. I hope she's doing well. I don't think she's a bad person. I just think that she's miserable and she has a lot of low self-esteem, pretty much. Purity. I don't want to say I'm pure. I mean, I'm not a person that um I don't want to say, I don't want to use the word pure for me, so to say. I would say I have class. There you go. You're not gonna. I would say class. I don't want to say I'm pure. I'm not a nun. I'm not a virgin. I drink. I smoke hookah sometimes. I don't want to say I'm a pure person, but I would definitely say that I have class to me. You're not gonna catch me outside with my bonnet on. You're not gonna catch me twerking on tables at a restaurant. You're not gonna catch me cursing in a church or cursing, in a wedding. Or I just know when to turn it on and turn it off. I'm just classy in a certain way. Even when I go to work, I have my body covered. There's a lot of girls at work who kind of work with leggings on with their butt hanging out and their cleavage hanging out. I'm always covered up. I just think, now, if it's a party, I'm going to a club or a lounge or a party, then I'll dress a little bit more sexier. But on an everyday basis, and I'm not judging any other woman that decides to dress provocatively. That's her life, that's her business. But for me, I would be considered more conservative. And I think I'm that way because my mother was like that. I learned that form of femininity from my mom. There's a time and a place to be sexy and to show your body. That's all. You have coof. Yes, yes. You said sound familiar. What sound familiar? Yeah, I'm not trying to judge other women. Listen, I like to see other women who, you know, they they dress sexy and they dance around, they could do what they want. But for me in this lifetime, people don't even take when I do that. They're like, oh my gosh. Like even when I have like a bathing suit on or something, it's just like, it's just like a big deal. And it's just like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? I'm at the beach, like relax. It's just that some women are able to get away with certain things that I can't get away with just because of who God chose me to be. That's all. There's certain things I can't even say. I mean, I still curse and everything, so I wouldn't say I'm pure, but I would definitely say that I have class. I'm considered to be classy, basically. I was talking to an ex lover of mine the other day, and when he first met me, he thought I was Dominican, and and I was like, no, I'm Black American, and because at the time we met 15 years ago, he was only dating Puerto Rican and Dominican girls because he said Black American girls didn't like him, and he's Black American, and he was just like, you were just so different. Like every time I dated a Black American girl, she did not know how to present herself outside. Like I had to tell her, like, why are you going outside in your pajamas? Because he's from the hood. He's from the hood, that's why. And we live in New York. And he was like, when I met you, you were like always dressed up. Your makeup was done. Your hair was done. Like I was so shocked. Like she's Black American and she's so put together. And I was just like, not every Black American woman wears a bonnet outside and twerks everywhere, and it depends on the environment of where you grew up in and what you saw your mother doing. Like I grew up with a mom who was really into taking care of herself, pretty much. But yeah, you gotta watch out for those people who try to push you into friendships, into relationships. It's a red flag, guys. I'm telling you, it's a huge red flag. Be careful with that. I've been talking for an hour and almost 30 minutes. I'm going to put my donation information in the chat. Put money on the chat for me, guys, if you like what I've been talking about for the whole hour and a half. As I stated before in the beginning of the live, I technically got fired, so I will be probably coming on YouTube a little bit more if I have spiritual energy. So that means I need y'all to donate every month. I need y'all to get in those phone sessions every month in order to support me. And I also will be creating t-shirts soon so you can support me. And probably writing a book. I'm gonna try to get a book out maybe this summer or before the end of the year. But here is my information in the chat and how you can donate to me, or you can put it on the chat as well. But yeah, I'm trying to think of another red flag right now while I'm talking. Oh, when people's stories don't add up, right? This is something also, a lot of times y'all don't do follow-up questions when it comes to individuals. You get so caught up in the friendship or the relationship. I noticed that, and I've done this too. But I've caught a lot of friends over the years in lies, right? And sometimes people would lie to you because they want to impress you, or they want to make it seem like they have a lot of things in common with you, right? I think you should call people out. If you have, yeah, thank you. Yeah, you'll have to watch the beginning of the video. I ain't gonna tell that whole story about the job, but I'm not sad about it. So I know that when one door closes, that means another door is opening. I'm not sad about it, but you'll have to watch the playback to find out the details about that job and what happened, pretty much. But something I noticed is that, you know how like a friend tell you something and you be like, that sounds strange. Wait a little while. Catch people off guard. Make them think like you totally forgot about what they said, right? Wait a good 2 weeks, maybe even 30 days. Just wait a while and then question them about that same exact thing that they said and see how they react. And most of the time, it's better to ask the question. Don't ask through text message now. Ask on FaceTime, ask in their face, ask on the phone so you can hear their voice. But I'm telling you, I have caught so many friends in lies like this. And you got to make sure people's stories matching up with their life. They're saying that they're doing XYZ. When do you ever see them doing that? That's strange to me. You know, I had a friend say something to me and I was just like, that don't sound right. And then I remember going back and asking them again about it, and they was just stuttering, and I was like, I knew it. You know, it didn't impact me. You know, they just was lying because they was trying to make it seem like we were on the same level financially. You know, that's what they were trying to do. And I was just like, damn, that was weird. Why would they lie like that? That's so silly, you know? But people will do that when it's a lie where they're trying to make it seem like they're very similar to you. You could confront them if you want to. I didn't confront this person. I was just like, that was weird as hell. But it also got me thinking, like, what else are they arguing about? What else are they lying about? Another thing, damn, I just had this in my head. Oh my God. I just had this in my mind. What the hell was it? That's all right. Whatever. What the comments saying, it'll come to me. Oh, yes. People who do, oh, yeah, this is what it is. People who expect you to be supportive of them, but when it comes to your things, they're not supportive. And this is huge for me, right? Because I'm not a person who's married. I'm not a person that has children. but I pay attention to these things in my friendships, right? There are things that I've accomplished in my life that my friends, other friends, they probably haven't, but they're important to me, right? So let me give you an example, especially if you don't have children, you're not married, or whatever the case is. Society has this way of making it seem like only when you have children or only when you get married, then that means that that's important, right? No. There are other accomplishments in life that are important. And I will cut people off for this, right? Like, for example, in 2015, when I inherited a house, none of my friends were happy for me. None of my friends gave me a housewarming gift. And I paid attention to that. I was just like, what's that about? You know, when I finally got my passport and I started traveling, friends weren't happy for me. But these are important. These things were important to me. In 2016, when I wrote a poetry book and it's on Amazon, no friends were happy, or they weren't showing the same enthusiasm as if they would show other people if they had a baby or if they, got married. Why is it that these friends will only show enthusiasm if you get married or if you, have children? When I had weight loss surgery 2 years ago and I've lost 85 pounds, you think friends were happy for me? No, they didn't give a fuck. So pay attention to these red flags because these aren't real friends. But when they have children, when they get married, they want you to bend over backwards. They want you to tie all your finances into them. They want you to be these huge supporters of them. No, I'm going to give you the same fucking energy you give me. The same way somebody gets a college degree or somebody gets married, you should be giving your friends that love, because not all your friends will get married. Not all your friends will have children. So what, you're going to go the entire friendship not being happy for the accomplishments that they did accomplish that are important to them? Nah. So to me, that's a red flag when they want you to be their biggest cheerleader. And something else I notice about people is like, it's almost like they want you to be more happy for them than they are for themselves. You want me to give you the same energy that you have for yourself? Huh? It was just weird. Let me give you an example. I had this friend, right? We're not friends anymore. I think I cut her off about 2 years ago, right? I had this friend and she got engaged and she was like 40 years old when she 40 something years old when she got engaged. I was happy for her because she was a virgin. She had not dated since her 20s. And I was extremely happy for her. And I thought I was showing that I was happy for her. But to her, I wasn't licking her ass crack enough. And it was weird because I would be at work, and at the time I was a nanny, so I would be at work at 7:30 in the morning, got this crying ass baby getting on my nerves, and I would be busy, and randomly this friend would text me and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm engaged. And I'm like, girl, I'm so happy for you. You got the beautiful ring. I'm happy. I love I love your man. He's like a brother to me. I'm so happy you're in love. But it was like every single day this girl kept texting me, and I'm like, it's 8:30 in the morning. Why is this woman who's a fucking psychologist and a professor texting me every day at 8:30 in the morning? Oh my God, I'm so in love. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting married. And I was just like, all right, I wonder how long this is going to go on, because I don't know what else to say. Girl, I'm happy for you. They bought a house together. I'm going to come visit you. I want to see the house that y'all bought. I did not know what else to give to this girl. This girl took that because I guess she wanted me to show jealousy, or she wanted me to do backflips because she's getting fucking married. I don't know what this woman expected, right? How many times do I have to say, girl, I'm happy for you? How many times I gotta cheese? How many times I gotta be performative? Girl, I done told you about 30, 45 times, I'm fucking happy for you. What else do you want from me? But do you think she gave me that same energy when I became a homeowner? No. When I wrote my book? No. When I was selling my apparel, no. She actually told me, "Oh, your clothing line, it seems cheap. So you didn't show me the same enthusiasm for my accomplishments in my life, but now I have to kiss your ass crack because you're getting married? What? This is a huge red flag. This sounds sick, but there's going to be friends and family members. They want you to actually be jealous of what they have. And when you don't show that you're jealous, that's when they're going to get weird on you. People actually want things in life to make other people jealous of them. They don't want it to because it's going to make them a better person or make them happy. They wanted to show it on social media. They wanted to rub in people's face. They wanted to make other people jealous. So be careful of this. This to me is weird. It is weird. I remember when I became a homeowner, I didn't text on my friends. Oh my God, I can't believe my grandmother left me a house. I didn't do that. Oh my God, I got a book on Amazon. All I said was, hey guys, can you please go support me and buy my book? It's $10. That's it. That's all I said. I didn't ask for congratulations. I wasn't asked. I just said, can you please post my book on your Facebook, on your Instagram? Get the word out that I have a book. That was it. I wasn't like, oh my God, you happy for me? It was just weird. Have y'all experienced this too? Georgia said she wanted you to be jealous. Yup, right. Mishka said she wanted you to be jealous. Yeah. I knew I wasn't tripping. I was just like, and when I didn't give her that jealousy, because why would I be jealous of you? I've never been the type that was like, oh my gosh, I want to be married. That's like a big accomplishment. Because I grew up in a narcissistic home, marriage had never been a thing that was a goal for me. I'm one of those women that if I get married, great, that's God's will. If I don't get married, great, that's God's will. I've never been the type that was husband, feeding for a husband. But after a while of like all these text messages every day, I was just like, this is weird. There's something off here. And I've experienced this before with other friends who did this. It was just like, how many times are you going to text me you bought a house? I already congratulated you. I gave you a housewarming gift. This is getting fucking weird now. This is getting weird. How many times, I understand like if you have a baby, because the baby grows and you can show me like from month to month, but I've had, people do some weird, evil, wicked things because they wanted me to be jealous of them. And when they didn't get that jealousy energy from me, they started acting weird. Some of them ghosted me. Some of them told people, oh yeah, she's jealous of me. She hating on me. Huh? Because I'm not kissing your ass? No. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. What else do you want? I went to your housewarming. I went to your baby shower. I bought you gifts. I gave you money. What else do you want? What they want is your energy, guys. What they want is for you to be unhappy. This is how sick people are. Be careful with this. Trey says, I had a cousin ghost me, then come back asking me why I ghosted her. Okay, yeah, she's a lunatic. I told her that maybe she couldn't handle the weight of what I was going through and faded away. Then she gaslights me, telling me I could have checked on her too. What? Mind you, I'm the last person to reach out. Yeah, people will do that. Trey said, I told her I was reciprocating the energy and now she mad. Yeah, people will. That's a good one. People will do that too. I don't play like that, right? Narcissists do this too, especially. So say if you're going through something, oh yeah. So perfect example was when I had my weight loss surgery 2 years ago. You can die through weight loss surgery, right? You could die, right? And this girl who I had just gone to Panama with her in the beginning of the year of 2022, and then I had my surgery May. Oh wow, God, I just came up on 2 years. I just realized that May 16th was my 2-year anniversary since I had my surgery. You know, I only lost 85 pounds, but I haven't gained any weight back, so I'm proud of myself, right? My goal is to lose like maybe 50 more pounds. But anyway, back to the story. I had my weight loss surgery, and then she never checked on me. Like, she knew the date of my surgery. She never checked on me. Why a month after my surgery, this girl is like, hey girl, did you have your surgery yet? Bitch, what? Are you serious? You know, I did not, after that, I didn't talk to her for 6 months. 6 months. And it was because, yeah, she was jealous because I was starting to live a healthier life. And a lot of people think that when you are fatter, you're safer, right? So she's always been jealous of my looks, of me being light skinned, blah, blah, bullshit. And in her mind was, oh, she's about to lose weight, so she's going to be even prettier. Girl, I was prettier at 300 and something pounds. I was prettier than you then. I don't have to lose weight to be prettier than you. It just is what it is. We all don't get the looks jackpot, right? And it basically, she wanted me to stay unhealthy. She did not want me to lose weight. You know, so you gotta watch out for people like this. You know, they disappear when you're going through something crucial in your life. They disappear when you want to better your life. You know, you're losing weight. You know, you left that man, you left that woman alone. You got out the projects. Now you're living in up in the hills. You got a luxury apartment, a luxury house. They don't want you to change. Cut these motherfuckers off. Cut these motherfuckers off. These people basically like when you are dusty and crusty. They like when you're not living in your purpose. They like when you're not like them anymore. And our friendship isn't the same. You know, me and that girl, we're still friends, but we're definitely not the same. We're not the same. She actually might come to New York this summer, but we had a talk, and she knows it. She's like, yeah, ever since that incident, we're not the same. We're cool, but we're not as close as we were. I was just like, how could I be close to you? I could have died on that table and you didn't check on me. And it was all out of jealousy because I am making changes in my life. I never told you to go get surgery because she's a heavy set person, but she's tall. She's like 5'10", 5'11". So when you're tall and big, it looks different than on me. I'm a person who's 5'3", you know, but these are not friends. These are not family members. They don't love you, and they'll ghost you during a horrible time that you're going through, so that they don't have to do the emotional work in supporting you. So they think that time will pass and that you forgot. You didn't forget. These people are so dumb. The more time you let pass by, the more you're going to remember what they did, you idiot. So you might as well just say, listen, I don't have the capacity, the emotional capacity to be there for you. Like, I'm going through this right now. You know, I text a friend, I don't know if she got it, but I text a friend and let her know, like, I cannot be there, you know, in your child's life like that. I'm emotionally not equipped to be close to any children right now because I've had friends take their children away from me out of jealousy. And I also had to let go of my niece about a year and a half ago, and I'm still healing from that, you know, from me being in my niece's life for 16 years, you know, and having to detach from my only niece, you know. So it's better to be honest with people and say, listen, I don't got the capacity. So, you know, we can't always be mad at people who aren't emotionally equipped to be there for us, but to ghost somebody during a horrible time, you a piece of shit. You a piece of shit. Just say, listen, I don't got it in me. I don't have it in me. Keep it real. But when you tell people you don't got it in you and it's your turn and you're going through something, you better not expect that person to be there for you. Just like if I got pregnant, I don't expect people to be there for me that I wasn't there for them when they had children. I get it. I expect from people what I give out, what I put out. Trey said, meanwhile, they don't even be happy for real. Exactly. She wanted you to feel less than because you weren't married. Yes, yes. Going back to that story, um, is it Mishka? Yes, that's exactly what she thought. A lot of people think that about me. They don't believe that I am truly happy. I'm gonna be real with you. I am okay with being single, but I'm not okay with being a parentless adult. That impacts me more in my life than anything. I am not like a woman who's like, oh, I need a man. I need a man. Oh my God, I'm 40 and I ain't got no man. No, I cry more that I don't have my mother. I cry more that I don't have my father. People don't understand that when you don't have a community, when you don't have family, to me, that is more powerful for me than it is to say I ain't got no man. Men always want me. Men will always want you. It's not hard to get a man. You know, it's hard to get the man that you want. But I think that's what that friend thought. She lost her damn mind. Well, ex-friend. We're not friends anymore. I cut her ass off. She thought that I was gonna be jealous of her because she had a man. Girl, are you serious? Get the hell out of here. You know, that's what she thought. She thought wrong. Yeah, absolutely not. She even tried to hook me up. Thank you, Tracy, for the donation on Cash App. She even tried to hook me up with his ugly ass, tired ass cousin, and I cut his cousin off quick. Like, I was like, it was terrible. It was so bad. Yeah, she tried to hook me up with her fiance's, well, her husband now, at the time was her fiance. She tried to hook me up with his cousin. Listen, I understand, like, you know, how can I put this? I am a plus size woman, but I'm not ugly. Okay. The guy she tried to hook me up with looks nothing like the men that I attract. Let's just say that, right? And but I was like, oh, maybe he's a nice guy. He's not that cute, but maybe he's a nice guy. Like, he was short, he was overweight. I'm overweight, that's fine. I would date a chubby guy too, but he was short, overweight, and he was not facially good looking at all. And I was in my head like, that's who she sees me to be with? Okay, whatever. But I was like, oh, let me be nice to him. He might be a nice guy. Girl, child, men, no. Let me tell you something. This guy was a loser. I blocked her man's cousin, and I told her fiance straight up, like, your cousin, listen, he's your homeboy. You don't know your family or your friends in a romantic tone. You know him in a platonic way. He was like, no, you right, and I'm proud of you that you blocked my cousin, and I'm glad that you did. Basically what happened was, the guy that she tried to hook me up with, I guess she thought my self-esteem was that low, like I was going to deal with this guy. And I think this guy was older than me. At the time I was in my 30s, and I think he was in his 40s. And I was working at this store, and I got discounts. You know, this man gonna say, oh, I need some jeans. Do you think you can get me some jeans at a discount? Like, you think you can buy me some clothes? I was like, who are you talking to? I was like, who are you talking to? I was like, sir, I do not know you. Why would I buy you clothes? Now, I was like, you mean you give me the money and I'll use my discount to buy you these clothes? He was like, no, like, you buy them for me. I was like, yo, you're out of your mother mind. I don't buy men clothes. If you're not my man, I'm not buying you clothes. Why would I buy you clothes? Who the fuck are you? Man, I blocked that man so fast. Like, you're nuts. And I told her everything. And I told her husband everything. Like, your cousin is crazy asking me to buy him clothes. That man out of his mind. He not even cute for all of that. I could see if he was like in his 20s and he was young and he was like, getting cougars to buy him clothes. This brother was ugly. Get the fuck out of here. Paradigm said, I've experienced being deemed selfish for practicing self-love and notice some family feelings jealous, but I don't let them shame or guilt affect me. Exactly. No, stand your ground, Paradigm. Don't change your ways. I'm telling you, because if you pay attention, the person that seems standoffish, or the person that um what is it, the person that seems like the black sheep, or that badass uncle or aunt that come around only once a year, everybody respects them. But the one that always says yes, the one that's a people pleaser, they disrespect you. They don't treat that family member well. They always using that person. I'm telling you, like, they not gonna impact you like that when you stand your ground. Georgia says, this is why I have no friends or family, because people just don't care. Well, I hope you end up getting a soul tribe, at least one or two friends. I hope so. I hope everybody meets somebody this summer, whether it's a lover, whether you're manifesting a lover, or whether you're manifesting um a friend. Like, I'm trying to manifest like a best female friend, you know, that is spiritual, you know, that is not jealous. Like, I'm trying to manifest somebody who's a lot like myself. That would be cool. I haven't had a best friend since 2016, so I would like to have like a best female friend, and somebody who's like more like my age too. I always get a lot of young people who come to me. There's nothing wrong with younger people, but it's like, I don't want to be in that dynamic anymore where I feel like I'm the big sister or I'm like a mom to them. I don't want to feel like that anymore. I want somebody who's closer to my age. Mishka says, yes, they don't like when you elevate. Nope. Trey says, I was looked down upon for having a kid at 18. At least you got it out the way, girl. I view that as a huge L. No, I don't think so. But I literally have friends now, including this cousin, that are now jealous of me because I have a kid and they don't. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Damn. Yes, that happens. That happens too on both ends. Um, I still want to be a mom, even though I'm 40. I still want to be a mom. Um, that's something I want to manifest. I want to have a child before I'm 42, 43. And some people, some friends and family will think that oh, I'm jealous because they have kids or they're having kids. And no, not everybody is jealous of you because you have kids, or they don't have kids. But there are some people who are like that. Some people will be jealous of you because you have children already, and they wish that they did it sooner. And for women, our time ticks. Men can have kids until they die. Women, we don't. We have a certain time frame to where we can have children. I turned a bad situation beautiful, not a mad. Yup. And now your child is older too. So now you get to have your fun, and your child is already grown. You're 41? Oh, I'm going to be 41 this summer. Is 31 too young? No, 31 is not too young. I don't 31 is not too young. That's 10 years younger than me. I just prefer female friends at least over 30 or 35, definitely. I noticed that before. I just didn't care. I like being around young people because they fun and stuff like that, but I noticed there's a clash. So 31 is not too young. Yes, Leo gang. Yep. August 15th. When's your birthday? What? They did black magic on you? What? How were you? Did you break the spell? How did you find out they did black magic on you? That's another thing. Some people could be religious and be evil and use the Bible and use religion to do wickedness. So not everybody who's religious is of God. Not everybody who is spiritual is of the creator as well. You know, you can have spiritual knowledge and use it for bad, and you can have spiritual knowledge and use it for good. So you gotta be careful. Hey Nick, you late. Oh, you're August 13. I'm the 15th. I know some people born on the 13th as well. Wow. Yeah, a lot of times these people could be doing spell work on you for years, and it don't work. It don't penetrate you. It be dipping and dodging. I'm 100% sure people was doing spell work on me. I think my half sister, the one that my dad had a kid 10 years before me. I don't know if she's my blood sister because her mother would never let us get a DNA test, but I would like to get a DNA test in the future to find out is she my real sister. I have a feeling that she did spell work on me too. I feel like she did it like to try to stop my money flow, basically, out of jealousy. I think so. I just have this feeling, but it didn't work. It was something that it worked for a little bit, but it didn't work like she thought it was gonna work, basically. And I feel like she got hit spiritually by fucking with me. I feel like she got hit spiritually. That happens too. People can do spell work on you. People can wish bad on you, but a lot of times, you know, you're spiritually protected. Your energy is so powerful and strong that that energy just hits them back, and they know, they're very fully aware of like why they're being hit, and that's why they stop doing spell work on you. I told you about the guy. I had a story on my channel years ago. A guy did a love spell on me. Oh, okay. Behave yourself, Nick. Behave, Nick. Behave. And she did it for years. Yeah, but what was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. Man, my brain is everywhere. I don't know if that's been happening to y'all. It's been a lot of spiritual things been going on. You know, I love to talk about that, right? It's been a lot of spiritual things going on. Mishka says, yes, I did. Someone she was staying with told me, and I had dreams of her trying to fight me. Oh, okay. That happens too. People will come and tell you, when this guy years ago was doing spell work on me, he was doing love work on me. His own best friend told me. That's crazy. His own best friend told me. He was like, "You powerful girl. You real powerful." It's like, you getting away. Most of the time, these women don't get away from him. He told me what he was doing. So yeah, sometimes when people doing spell work on you, there's gonna be people. God will allow certain people to come tell you, but you gotta listen, pay attention. And I even have friends telling me like, "And you're acting weird. You're not acting like yourself. I really think this guy is doing voodoo on you. Like, girl, you're acting weird." So I'm glad my consciousness was able to listen. I actually listened. And he was doing spell work on me. And he always knew when I was talking about him. That shit was scary. He was like, "I felt you talking about me. I could hear you when you're talking about me." I used to be like, "Oh my gosh, this guy is crazy." And I even had Christian people telling me, "Oh, I think you're gonna die." I'm telling you, even my step grandfather was like, "Oh, people don't get out of those spell work. You're gonna die." I laughed. I laughed in his face and told him, "You'll see. I'm gonna live. You'll see." He's just like, "Oh yeah, bad things happen to you and all this stuff." And I'm just like, these people are sick. Even the people in the religion will turn their back against you. It was only me and God that got me out of that situation. Yeah, I'm talking about the guy that did the love spell on me. Yeah, years ago. I see him like maybe once a year. He still lives in New York. I usually see him in Queens, or like there's this African festival every year. He's usually there every year. But you know what's funny? When he sees me, he gives me spiritual respect. He looks at me and he goes, that's all that man does. He looks at me, he gives me this look like, yeah, I see who you are now. I'm telling you, these people know, they know when you made it. They know who you are spiritually. Every time I see that man, he gives me this look and he gives me this smirk like, yeah, I see her. She bad now. She bad now. I can't fuck with her now. Oh, I see she powerful now. He gives me that look. These people know. But back then, I was weak. I was weak, weaker than now, you know? That's why those people were able to get to you, because you're unaware. A lot of people don't believe in spells. They don't believe in voodoo. They don't believe in black magic and all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That man, he know who I am now. I see him. I don't even flinch. I don't even flinch when I see that man. We just look at each other and he just goes, that's it. Every time I see him, he do that. One time I was with a friend. I was at that African festival they have in Brooklyn every year. They have it in July, the 4th of July weekend. And I was with a friend, and this girl was like, oh, who's that guy? Wait, he's looking at you. Who is that guy? Why is he looking at you like that? I was just like, just an old friend. And she was like, who is he? I was like, don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. These people know who you are now. These people, they look at you and they know they cannot touch you because they know that you grew spiritually. They know that you're protected. They know they can't fuck with you. They can't touch you spiritually. They know that. He knows that. Yes, it's true. When you're chosen, you'll always get away from that black magic. It's so true. Yep. It is a test. I don't regret anything spiritually that I went through, and you shouldn't regret anything spiritually that you went through either, because it made you who you are today. It made you stronger. The only thing I wish I did was just leave sooner, because it was like there's a lot of things that happened that was unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? There were things that happened that didn't have to happen. There was people who I was around that I had no business being around. Um, but now I'm noticing spiritually things that happen faster. Like, let me give you an example. Like this job that I'm at, it's only been 8 months, and God is like, you got to get out. You got to get out. But yet, the last horrible job I had, I was there for 2 years. 2 years against 8 months is a huge difference. God is not playing. It also shows you how you listen and how obedient you are, and how you're able to pick up on negative vibes sooner. You're more obedient now, and that's why things are going to close faster. So you're going to notice that your friendships are going to end faster, your romantic relationships are going to end faster. You're not going to take the shit that you're used to from family, friends, and lovers like you did before, because you learned quicker. Oh yeah. I grew up with Jamaicans, so I know. Oh my god, I have so many stories. I actually know a girl from Jamaica who died. She was best friends with this girl, and she finished college early. You know, she was very beautiful, and her own best friend swapped destinies with her. Yeah, you heard of destiny swapping, guys? You know, people can destiny swap with you if you're spiritually open. Research that, destiny swapping. So that's why you got to be careful when you're hanging out with those people, hanging out with negative people. Her best friend killed her. They did not know what was wrong with her. Her hair was falling out. She was so sick the doctors couldn't do nothing for her, and the girl died. It was like I used to live with this girl in Florida. She was Jamaican. It was her friend back in Jamaica, and the girl actually died from witchcraft. It's sad. It happens. That's why you got to be very careful, because that's something, like I said, I regret. I could have died. There was many people who were very, very evil that I was around that could have killed me. Especially if you're a Leo. Let me tell you something I noticed. I watch a lot of crime shows. I'm addicted to it. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I'm into, like, death and rebirth and crime shows and stuff. When I watch a lot of these crime shows, there's two signs that get killed a lot by their friends and their lovers: Virgos and Leos. Virgos and Leos, women, they get killed a lot. Their best friends kill them, their siblings, their lovers. So Leo and Virgo women, please be careful. Amina, girl, I'm about to get out of here. Look how long I've been on. 2 hours. You know me. I'll be out of here in 2 hours. I'm leaving soon. But you'll have to watch the playback. But yeah, that's something I noticed. So be careful, Leos. And I think the reason why Leos get tricked a lot is because if you're not an evolved Leo, you like your ego stroked, right? So all a person got to do is stroke your ego. Me now, I don't care about compliments. You don't got to like me. I don't need your validation. When I was younger, that's why I had a lot of friends when I was a preteen and a teenager, because most of the people around me, they were people who were jealous of me. They really didn't like me, and they could stroke my ego. Oh, girl, you dress nice and you look nice, and that's all it took. Now, I don't give a shit about a compliment. I already know I'm attractive. I already know these certain things about myself because I love myself. I don't need validation. I don't need outside validation. So you got to be careful if you're a person that likes your ego stroke. This is why self-love is very important to have, guys. But them Leos and Virgos, be careful. Be careful, because I'm noticing every time I'm watching a crime show, they a Leo. They a July Leo or August Leo, or they a September Virgo getting killed by their friends. What the hell is that about? I need to do some more research on that, zodiacs. Hey, my sort of views, you late. Oh, you're a Sag? See, Sag, y'all do the killing. Sag just do the killing. You're a Leo rising, so you got to be careful too, because you have Leo energy. AJ says, yes, I got to be very careful and aligned not to get sucked up in that ego. Oh, you have Leo rising in sun. So yes, you got to be careful, Leos. I'm telling you. When I think about how many times I was around people who probably wanted to kill me, I am blessed. This is how sick people are. Yep. I've had people talking about my dead mama. I had people trying to sleep with my man at the time, or the guy I was dealing with. Like, if they could do that, the next thing after that is they're going to try to hurt you. They'll try to poison you, kill you, something. You gotta be very careful. Oh, you're a Scorpio. Okay. I know Scorpio. I track a lot of Scorpio. Mutable signs are unalivers. Don't push us. Exactly. My dad was a Sagittarius. He had a lot of guns. Amina says, I'm going to lean into my Aquarius sun. We are discerning as fuck. Now, here's my thing about Aquarius women. I don't know if you're like this because my mom was an Aquarius, but here's the thing about Aquarius. Aquarius, y'all could be very secretive, right? Aquarius, a lot of Aquarius actually end up in abusive relationships, believe it or not. I know a lot of Aquarius who end up with bad guys, bad girls, right? And you have no idea. Aquarius are very good at putting up a front. All right. They can be a politician, they can be the president, they can be the pastor's wife, and you will never know what's going on behind closed doors. They're very good with this. My mother was in a domestic violent relationship for 12 years. you know, and nobody knew. And when they found this out, they were like, oh, really? A lot of things happens to Aquarius and they don't tell anybody. So Aquarius says, I wish that they could be a little bit more transparent so that people can help them. And they wait until it's so bad to really try to get help. And it's kind of like, wait a minute, what? Why was this was going on all this time? We did not even know. Like, how could we could have helped you sooner? And it comes off not being believable because they're secretive. You think Scorpio is secretive? Ooh, boy, Aquarius are secretive. My mama done took things to her grave. When I was 12 and 13, I'm so glad I was pulling things out of her. And I was just like, why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you tell me this? You never asked. Why the fuck would I ask you that? I'm a child. What is wrong with you? They're very secretive. You say, but you're on the cusp of Pisces. Okay, that makes sense. So you got that dream energy. Not you being secretive in a dreamer. Mishka says the Scorpio in me makes me not trust anyone. I love my Scorpio, my little Scorpio friend. Me and him used to be lovers for like 8 years on and off. He get on my nerves. He is so like not trustworthy. Like not trustworthy. He doesn't trust. He doesn't. Yeah, trustworthy. Yeah, that is the word. Y'all don't trust, but it's like, calm down, relax. Ain't nobody trying to do something to you. Calm down. Amina says, yeah, we don't want to impose or emotionally lean on people, but y'all be needing help though. Y'all be needing help. That's what's crazy. Y'all do be needing the help though. So that's my advice to Aquarius is tell your children more information before you die. And when you're going through something, learn to ask someone you trust to help. Not everybody, but find someone that you can ask for help for. I said, oh my God, I'm glad those people aren't in your life anymore. Yeah, I'm glad too. Who ends up with boys? Yes, another thing about Aquarius, they move on too fast before they scan people. And this is why you can see a pattern of bad romantic relationships. They move on too fast before they discern people. They have good discernment, but not when it comes to themselves too much. I don't feel so. Most like Aquarius women that I know, they have like more than one baby daddy because they didn't discern. They know how to pick a baby daddy now. They're very good at picking fathers. Even though my mom didn't pick a good dad for me, she picked a good dad for me financially, but not emotionally. My brother has a really good father, but they're better at picking fathers for their children than they are picking romantic connection. I noticed that. They know how to pick. They can see wealth. They know how to pick a man or pick a woman who got money or who got it together financially or status wise, but there's something off there. You know, they might be emotionally unavailable and they don't find out until later on. Maybe after they marry the person or after they get into the relationship with the person, that's when all this bad stuff about their partner comes out. And when they can't take it anymore, the Aquarius leaves and they don't look back and they move on to the next man or woman. And they do it all over again and they move on and they move on. What the Aquarius really need to do is just take a breather and stay single. But I don't think Aquarius could be single like that. Unless they truly evolved, Aquarius can't be single. I've never met an Aquarius who could be single. Never. And every Aquarius man I know got a side bitch. They always got some side man or woman. It's like, what is going on? Yes, you do. Yup. Yup. My mom was a narcissist magnet. Amina says, Aquarius is attract narcissists. Yup, they do. Because believe it or not, Aquarius is, y'all got a lot to give. Y'all are very resourceful. Y'all are very intelligent and resourceful. They have a lot of skills, or y'all have big personalities, and people like to use you for that. But y'all gotta be careful because you're so resourceful. Um, People want to use you, so that's why y'all are prone to attract narcissists. She's Amita said, I'm better at picking out shoes than I'm better than picking out men. See, I'm glad you confirm it. I used to tell my mom all the time, like, mommy, stop dating. You need to chill and just relax and analyze the man first, because you messing up. What is going on with you? Woof, my mother did not know how to pick no man. She knew how to pick a man with money, but she did not know how to pick a man with character. I can't really talk because I just don't be picking men at all. I don't pick men at all. I've been single for 3 years now, and before that, I was single for 5 years. I don't pick no man at all, cause I think in my mind, I be like, if I don't pick them, then I ain't gonna fuck up. So I just don't be picking a man at all. I make men my friends. I don't be picking no man. Ain't no man out here doing me dirty at 40 years old. Hell no. I don't be picking no man at all. As soon as I see one little thing about it, I'll be like, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I don't be picking them. I don't let men get close to me enough to do me dirty. My sort of view says Aquarius are codependent, but they try to act like they're more independent than they are. Ooh, they could be, yes, they could be very codependent. And if they're not leaning on their lover, they'll lean on their children. My mom was very codependent. I used to tell her, like, girl, go get some friends. I'm not your peer. Stop trying to hang out with me all the time because you don't want to be by yourself. Go get a life. No, they are good friends. Aquarius are good friends. I actually enjoy the Aquarius friend. My mom was my best friend, and she was an Aquarius. Through the years, the Aquarius female friends I had, we have the same love language. They will buy me gifts. I buy them gifts. We like getting dressed. I like getting dressed. They like getting dressed up. We like going out to dinner. I like going out to dinner. Like we had the same love languages, but they're not as emotionally stable as you think that they are. They're just good at hiding their true deep emotions. And people think that because Aquarius is good at putting up a front. Now, don't get me wrong. When they're done with you, they really don't care. You're dead to them. But they do have emotions. I've seen Aquarius like having nervous breakdowns, depression, losing it, losing their mind. I've seen Aquarius in that deep, dark state. But when they don't care about you, they're done. You're like dead to them. They do care though. They have emotion. They're good at not showing emotion, but they feel it. Okay? They feel it, basically. Nope. I ain't never met no damn Aquarius who could be single. Scorpio could be single. As long as Scorpio got somebody to fuck, Scorpio could be single. Scorpio can die by themselves. They don't have to be married or in a relationship. As long as they get they rocks off once in a blue moon, they good. They don't I think Scorpios feel more themselves if they're single, but which because they reject those relationships is why they end up in marriages and relationships, because they're always rejecting it. You get it? And I'll tell you a secret about Leo. Leo is not that confident. Even I think I went through a huge phase in my life where I wasn't confident at all. I'm confident now, but I think one of Leo's life lessons is that they have to learn self-love and confidence before they leave the planet. But because we have the energy from the sun, we're ruled by the sun, people assume that we're conceited. We're really not. It's just a natural light that we were given. And even if we're not confident, we don't have self-love, we'll make it look like we do. You know, so if you meet a Leo, it's because you met a Leo is because they're there to teach you how to shine. They're there to teach you how to love yourself. A Leo could have low self-esteem and still teach people how to love. That's just how we are. We came into the planet that way. So it's not that Leo's just I hate when I say Leo's like attention. It's not that Leo's like attention. We get attention. A Leo can go like this. I could stand like this on live and still get attention. You feel me? I could just scratch my head and people be like, "What you doing over there, girl? You scratching your head?" I don't have to do much to get attention. That's because that's coming from the rule of the sun. Basically, we're ruled by the sun, so we always have that light where people's always going to be paying attention to us. It's a gift and a curse. You know, Leo's like attention from who they want attention from, not from everybody. No. Some days I'm just like, oh my gosh. Some days I leave the house with a hoodie on, my headphones on, sunglasses. I don't want to be bothered. Leave me alone. Because everywhere I go, people's always trying to talk to me. And not in a romantic way, but just talk in general. And it's like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. Don't forget to donate, guys. I'm putting my donation information in the chat. If you enjoy my live, please donate to me. No donations too small or too large, okay? But that's something I notice about Leos too. We don't have to work hard for the attention, but we do like attention from people we like. Like, I don't like attention from men. I like attention from the man that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go to a party and I don't care if I don't get numbers. But like the guy I like, if he don't text me by the end of the night, I'll be like, man, why he didn't text me? You feel me? Like, that's just how we are. But people assume that Leos just want attention from everybody, and it's not true. Yeah, I do. My moon is Scorpio. That's funny that you said that. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio moon. Yep. I think because I'm a Leo, people think I think as I got older, I'm more like my Scorpio moon than I am like my Leo. I'm very private, and I don't need. I require a lot of alone time. So a lot of Scorpios or Scorpio moons require a lot of alone time. You know. Yeah. I think I act more like a Scorpio now that I'm older. I need to just be alone a lot and recharge. And some people, they get confused by that because when you're a Leo sun, they see you know, you're so bright and, you know, even in the way I dress, maybe it kind of is like an oxymoron. It's just like, wait a minute, how could she dress so brightly, or how could she come off shining, but she's so like, you know, quiet and stuff like that. Like, I don't just go outside just talking to people. Like, I don't do that. You know, people want you to entertain them, and it's like, I'm not here to entertain you. You know, I don't let just anybody get close to me. Ah, okay. Pluto in the first house. I'm still learning houses. I ain't gonna lie. Very Plutonic. What's your my who? Oh, I would say I would consider myself an extrovert. Or what's that called when you're both? I don't really want to say I don't consider myself an introvert. I don't think so. It's just that I spiritually need to recharge. That's all I gotta say. I was looking up the INFJ, and I have some traits. Now, I never heard of the INFP. That I never. Ambivert. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm that now. Yeah, yeah. That's my big three. Yep. I don't really relate to my Capricorn rising, but I feel like now when I think about like in the workplace, I think people really do see that Capricorn energy in the workplace. But then they're kind of confused because I don't really, it's not that I care about money, but I don't really care about like work structure in that sense. Like Capricorns, like I have a friend, he's a Capricorn. I went out to dinner with him last weekend. We went to the soul food restaurant. He told me he has like over 100 hours of like time off, you know, like that he can use. And that would never be me. I would have been used those 100 hours. I'm not like that. Like he's willing to slave. A Capricorn is willing to like slave, like kind of like Taurus. They're willing to like slave for their jobs and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, when we hanging out next time, he was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, why don't you just use your hours? You're it's paid time off. It's PTO. He was like, oh yeah, that's true. I can take off a day and we can hang out. I'm like, yeah, you're still gonna get paid. It's like they need a routine. Like I'm not like that. I don't need a routine. I don't slave for my job. Like I have to have a space for my own art and my own creativity and my own personal time. So I can't really relate to my Capricorn rising, but people look at me because I heard that your rising sign, that's what people see you in, that's how the world sees you. And I'm just like, oh, that's why they be acting like that. They think I'm about to be a slave for work. Hell no. And then that Leo and that Scorpio comes in and shocks their ass. I'm actually more quiet at work than people assume me to be, assume that I'm going to be. And then my Leo sun confuses them because I have a big personality, but my Scorpio moon goes, be quiet. Don't do too much talking, pretty much. Yeah. You know what sign I like, but I be feeling like they don't like me? Libra. Like, I don't know. I can never get a Libra to do right by me. Oh, Capricorn moon. You're a Capricorn moon. And you have times where you slave yourself. Maybe that's where it's coming from. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Nope. You have a Capricorn rising too, Trey? So they smell the authority figure off of, yes, but I have Neptune in the house. So in what house? Oh, Neptune in that house. So I honestly don't want to work. Exactly. So it's rough having that Capricorn rising because they're basically going, oh, I know you're a go-getter. I know that you're a leader. And I'm going, yeah, I'm going to be a leader and a go-getter for myself, for my own business. I'm not about to do that shit here. So that's what it is. Yeah. Because you said Libras are a no for you. I like Libra men. I was actually raised by a narc who was a Libra. I get along with Libra men. I get along with Libra women. But they're kind of wishy-washy. But if I can find like a healthy Libra, I would be happy. Like she could be a woman, not date wise, but like a friend, a Libra female friend who is evolved. I would be friends with her because I have so much fun with them. I laugh a lot and have fun with them. They're easygoing, but I keep meeting these unevolved Libras pretty much. Your father's a Libra too. Leos and Libras are compatible. They are. We are. They do. Yeah. The last person that I was intimate with last year sometime. Yeah, he's a Libra, and we got along, but I don't know, he has a lot of narc tendencies. I don't think he's a narc, but he has narc traits. And he always wanted me to stroke his ego. Like, oh, babe, how does my arms look? How does my chest look? Oh, do you think my muscles are coming through? And it was just like, shut up. Like, dude, I don't care about that. I don't care if you got a little belly. I don't care if your abs are coming through. I'm attracted to you. He always wanted me to stroke his ego. He was worse than a woman. It was just like, this is annoying. They're very vain. Very, hey, Renee. He said, what? Because they said because Libras can't do right by anyone. That's the worst sign to build a friendship with. Girl, you got my damn vein popping out my head. Yeah, Libras are liars. I was raised by a Libra man, so I know they be lying. I caught this guy, the guy that I was dealing with last summer. I caught him in so many lies. He couldn't deal with me. He actually cut me off first because he could not deal with me because I was too sharp. I was too smart for him. That Libra had to get rid of me. He still talks to me. Once in a while, like he'll text me, or if I go to his job, because he works at a restaurant, if I see him, he'll talk to me, he'll flirt with me, but no, we'll never get back together. We'll never deal again. I could tell. The physical attraction is still there, but we will never deal because I'm too intelligent. I'm too smart. Oh, we got another Renee in here. Yeah, I am too smart for him. He had to get rid of my ass. He was gaslighting me and everything. I was like, dude, you did this, and this. You know, once he realized he couldn't outsmart me, he was like, okay, it's over. Yeah, they do. He always wanted me to stroke his ego, agree with everything that he was trying to do. So many times I'll be talking about myself and then he'll just start talking about himself. And I'm like, we're not talking about you right now. We're talking about me. He'd be like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. It was just like always about him, always about his looks and stroking his ego. And I'm like, dude, yes, you're fine. You look good. Like, get over it. Like, what else about you though? But honestly, he didn't have anything else really. His looks are better than his personality. That's the truth. And he was getting intimidated by me, you know, because I am older than him. I'm actually 10 years older than him. Almost more than 10 years. Yeah, I'm about 11 years older than him. So he felt intimidated. So that wasn't gonna work. He fine as hell, but it wasn't gonna work. I would like to meet an evolved Libra. Okay, universe, I would like to meet an evolved Libra. That would be so cool. I gotta meet an evolved Libra. Oh my gosh, because every Libra man I attract, they be so fine, guys. They be fine. Oh my goodness. I wish I could show you his picture, but I don't want to do that. But they just be so fine. Oh my gosh. He was my type, 6'5", brown skin. He got the beard, okay? Fine. But you are a weirdo, dude. You need your ego stroked every time. Was there something I liked about him? I'm trying to think about it. Did he do anything that was nice? I mean, he was a fast learner, I would say. Like, if I told him something, he would do it. You know, I liked how soft-spoken he was. Like, he never raised his voice at me. I like that about him. He would never raise his voice at me. He was funny. You know, our personalities together match as far as being funny. I like that. He made me laugh. He made me smile. He always complimented me. That's one thing. Even though he wanted my compliments, he would always compliment me. He would tell me, he'd be like, girl, I don't like that wig. I don't like that wig, but I like when you do your hair like this. He will always be like, you so pretty, you so fine. Affectionate. Affectionate. I like that. Very affectionate. Did not care. Would grab me up in the street, kiss me, hug me, rub on me. He did not care. I like that about him. That was cool. Will open up about his childhood, will open up about things that happened to him. I like that, because a lot of men today don't trust you enough to open up to you. So I did enjoy, and he wouldn't dump on me. He would just open up to me when I finally would ask him, like, why were you gone for 6 days? What the fuck happened to you? And then he would finally open up to why he would disappear. So he didn't want to emotionally dump on me. That's why I don't think that he was a narc. He would hide for a couple of days and then pop up and be like, sorry, I was depressed. This is what happened. It's nothing against you. Like, I'm still into you, blah, blah, but this is what happened, So I did like that, basically. But they're like that. Sagittarius men and Libra men, they ghost. They ghost too much, so you can't really take them seriously. If they don't live with you, they'll ghost on you. They open up to everyone. I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. Maybe they are opening up to everyone. It's possible. You said you had 3 Libras that I used to date, and I got a lot of gifts from them without even asking. Yeah, I years ago I had a couple of Libras spend money on me, and I wasn't even sleeping with them. I remember that. Yeah, they'll trick on you. They like you, and yeah, they don't even got to be sleeping with you because it makes them feel masculine to be able to spend money on you. So yeah, and my stepfather was a Libra, and he was like that. My mom always got flowers, lingerie, expensive perfume, fur coats, uh, shopping sprees at Bloomingdale's. Like, he used to run the bag on my mom, especially when he would be cheating or did something wrong. Ooh, she would get tons of gifts, tons of gifts. Vacations. They used to go to the Bahamas and Mexico a lot. So yeah, they will run that bag on you if they like you. This guy, he didn't run no bag on me. We only was dealing for like maybe 6 months or so. He didn't run no bag on me. The most I ever got from him was free food from his job. That was it. Free food and free drinks. But he don't got no money anyway. He don't got no money. He broke. And yeah, he didn't have no money like that. But besides him, the other Libras, they spent money on me. I've had Libras give me gifts and everything like that. They don't even have to be sleeping with you. They will buy you gifts. They will give you gifts. It's their way of showing that they are into you. So if you with a Virgo man and he don't give you no money or no gifts, he don't like you. If you with a Libra man who don't give you no money, no gifts, he don't like you like that. So I guess this guy really didn't like me because he was not running the bag on me. So Renee says, my best friend was a Libra. She was very sexual. I stopped talking to her because she was doing too much and around my ex while we were together. Not sure if they messed with each other. Oh yeah. Oh, yep. They'll do that. A unevolved or narc Libra woman. Oh yeah, she'll fuck your man quick. Yep. They like to be looked at. They like to be seen. They'll be very inappropriate. I had a Libra friend. She was actually one of the girls that was at the funeral last month. She's a Libra, and she used to do that. Anytime I brung like a male friend around or a guy I was seeing, all of a sudden she's all rubbing on herself and and talking sexually about certain things. And it's like, girl, what the hell is wrong with you? So watch out for them Libra women. Watch out for that. Remember, they like that attention. So if they can get attention from your dude, They're gonna be doing that. They're gonna be doing that. Yup, I will confirm that. Very sexual. They'll be like, yeah, girl, I let my man put it in my butt. And they'll say that right in front of your man just to see what he'll do. And she did sleep with a couple of friends, exes or baby daddies. Yeah, they'll do that. Libra placements and Cancer placements are known to screw their friends' men. Woo! Dealt with two Cancer women with Libra placements. So this is me within months apart. Oh my God, it's terrible. Yes, you are right. I've never liked them since I was a teenager. What? Oh, so I know the girl, Renee. I know it. That's exactly what she said and did. Oh, that's crazy. Yes, they're like that. I'm telling you. So if you around a Libra and she's not evolved, don't bring your man around her. She'll fuck your man. Yep. A unevolved Leo would do it too. I've never slept. I'm very proud to say, as a Leo woman, I've never slept with any of my friends' men. Never, ever, ever. I can go to my grave and honestly say that. But there's been times where when I was younger, where I dealt with a guy and we were already dealing together, and then I found out later on he had a girlfriend, and some of them I was just like, I don't care. Like, if he's cheating on her, he's cheating on her. So when you're unevolved, the unevolved Leo, she don't care. She don't care. I remember my neighbor, my ex-neighbor, she was a Leo. This woman was 50 years old, and she was dealing with this guy who lived with his girlfriend. He was in his 50s and just had like a brand new baby. I think the baby was like a year old or something. To me, that's a new baby. And I was like, why are you dealing with that guy? And she was like, why not? And one day I went to her house and she had a stack of money on her table. It was like 10K. And she's like, yeah, he just dropped this 10K off to me. And I'm like, but why? And she was so pretty. You know, those women who they might be heavy set, but they got no belly. They got a small waist and a big booty. Like, beautiful long hair, just a naturally beautiful woman. I'm like, you fine. You 50 years old, but you fine as hell. You still can get you your own man. And I was telling her, like, why are you messing with this guy? He lived with his woman. He got a 1-year-old baby. Girl, I don't care. These men, like, she'll be like, these men are for the streets. They for everybody. I don't care. He be paying for my mortgage. So an unevolved Leo, she don't care if you got a man either. I'm gonna wrap my own sign out. It's true. Unevolved Leo, she not gonna go after. She's not gonna go after your man, but most of them, they don't care about being in third party situations. They really don't. Cancer women. Cancer women. Most of those Cancer women, they end up in marriages or long-term relationships. A lot of times they are the breadwinner in that relationship, so they getting played, right? They might cheat on their husband or cheat on their man. I wouldn't say I've never met a Cancer girl who was just sleeping just randomly with dudes. But she usually is in a long-term relationship. It's either abusive, and this is an unevolved Cancer woman I'm talking about. Is abusive, or he's a dusty. She's paying the mortgage. She's paying the bills. They don't end up with good men. A lot of Cancer women don't end up with good men. Yeah, I never really been around a Cancer woman who was just sleeping with mad dudes like that. It's very possible, but if anything, they're very jealous though. They're very jealous. My the grandmother that left me this house, she was a Cancer, very jealous of their female friends. when it comes to like looks and things like that. They'll try to compete with you in that way. But they usually end up with dusties. They end up taking care of their men. They don't get providers. A lot of Cancer women don't end up with provider men. They'll end up being the one that's working hard, and you won't know it until like later on. But they usually end up with dusty men. Let me see. What else y'all saying? Oh yeah. Unevolved Scorpio women. Unevolved Capricorn woman is very. Oh, I know an unevolved Capricorn woman. When she met her husband, they still together to this day. When she met her husband, he was already married with kids. He kicked his. He was married to a white woman. He had kids with her. He kicked her out. He kicked her out and got with her and married her. They still married to this day. So yeah, a unevolved Capricorn woman was still your husband, honey. They was if he got money, they was still your husband. They do not care. Forget stealing your boyfriend. That was still your husband. If he got that cheddar. Capricorns are very money driven. Scorpio woman, she don't care either. The Scorpio, unevolved Scorpio woman don't care. You married, she'll sleep with you. She'll fuck with you. You got a boyfriend, girlfriend, she'll sleep with you. She doesn't care. She goes to sleep peacefully. She don't give a fuck. How she see it is, boy, if he really cared about you, or she really cared about you, he wouldn't be cheating. He wouldn't be in my bed. You a faithful Taurus? Well, if you a faithful Taurus, that means you must be evolved. I'm talking about we talking about unevolved people. You said, what have you stumbled upon here? Renee says they want your attention and everyone else to feel validated. You talking about the Cancer? Their own attention bores them. That's true. That's true. Yep. I'm a Sag and we are known to be heartbreakers and hoes. Yep, that's true. Sagittarius, unevolved Sagittarius women, it's like a man with a skirt. I call Sagittarius women a man with a skirt. They worse than a man. They don't care. They worse than a man. They don't look masculine, but they're very masculine. They have a lot of masculine energy. They move like a man. You know, they won't call a man a hoe, but when a woman do it, then we get called a hoe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Sagittarius woman, she think like a man. You know, like that movie, Think Like a Man. That's the Sagittarius woman, thinking like a man. She can sleep with the man and not feel emotionally attached to him. You know, unless she is evolved. She has to be evolved, you know? Like, yeah, girl, I met him last night, slept with him. And it's like nothing. You like, what? For real? Yeah, girl, I slept with his friend. He shouldn't have played with me like that. Sagittarius women is something else. They do not care. Could pull assorted views, could pull any man I wanted, and it was nothing for me at all. Keep moving and felt nothing. Yup, they really don't feel nothing. Where other signs, we feel something when we have when we have sex. You know, in my younger days, it was hard to get rid of. It's weird. It was just hard to get. Like, I didn't have a lot of first. You know how some people just sleep with a person one time and that's it? No, I couldn't get rid of them, guys. I couldn't get rid of them. I used to be like, what is going on? So like a Leo could sleep with a dude and there's no A Leo woman could sleep with a man and there is no commitment, but that man will stick around that Leo woman for years. Years. Like the person who I talk to right now, him and I were lovers for 8 years. And I'm just like, that's embarrassing. 8 years, we should have been married. That's embarrassing. We should have had a kid in 8 years. We laugh about it now, but it's like we just can't get rid of them. And I'm not like being like, oh, I think my cookie is that good. I don't think that. I think it's just the vibe that we give. Like we're consistent and we're loving and we're playful and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just like we can't get rid of them. They be trying to. It's like we end up in situationships for years. If you're not careful, Leo, you're gonna end up in a situation. These men were not leaving you because you're not really problematic like that. The most a Leo woman would do is tell you about yourself. She'll get mad and be like, "You ain't shit and you this and you that and that." But sometimes men like that crazy shit, so they stick around. But that has always been my issue, So by the time before I hit 30, I had to cut off situationships and men that it was like they would not leave me alone. Even to this day, there's men. I bumped into a man to be back in January, and I'm like, dude, we in our 40s. You still want me? Bro, get up out of my face. It's just like as soon as most of the men that I was intimate with, they never wanted to leave me alone. They never, I don't know what the hell's in that sauce. They never wanted to leave me alone, but they didn't want to commit to me. It's like, leave me the hell alone then, They were addicted sexually, but they weren't addicted spiritually or like to me. You get it? Yeah. So Leo woman or fire sign women, you better keep your cookie in the jar. Keep your cookie in the jar because they don't want to leave you alone, Trey says, Trey, you a Sagittarius? Or I thought you were Scorpio. Trey says, I've been called a man eater, and when I looked it up, I was appalled and cried, even though it was true. Man eater. What's that song? Who sings that song? Most Sag, Assorted View says, most Sag I know are honest to a fault. Oh, yeah, they be running their mouth. They'll tell you like it is, but doesn't mean honest about everything. True. They slick. Brazilian says, nah, Aquarius is more focused. Sag doesn't have the rhyme or reason. Aquarius is sneaky. My mother was sneaky. Aquarius are sneaky. I'm telling you. Did I tell you how I was born? Let me tell you about my Aquarius mom. See, y'all don't expect that from Aquarius women because they come off very classy and conservative, but you gotta watch them too. My mother used to be friends with this girl, but the girl was, let's just say she was the neighborhood hoe. Just put it that way. And she was having a sexual relationship with my father, but she was also having a sexual relationship with a married man, which is funny because that woman was a Leo. So see, third party situations. So instead of saying, when the baby came out, the baby didn't come out looking like my dad. The baby came out looking like that married man. The married man was a Puerto Rican man. So that baby came out looking mixed. Just put it that way. But my dad was a dummy because he didn't have no kids at the time. So she didn't want to go to the married man and say, hey, this is your baby. So she told my father that was his baby. You get it? And this was in the 70s. So back then, people weren't doing DNA tests like that. But he should have got a follow-up maybe when the 80s and 90s hit, and he should have got a DNA test. My mother was friends with that hoe. And that hoe said to my mom, can you be the godmother? And my mother said, yes. 10 years later, Guess what my mom did? My mom ends up marrying my father. So my mother married her friend's baby daddy. And that's how y'all got me. That's how y'all got the light. That's how y'all got Angelique. And my dad was obsessed with my mom. He never married any other woman. He married my mom. They had 2 children. A baby before I was born died during birth. And then my mom and dad decided to try again a few months after my baby, the baby brother died. And I'm a rainbow baby. And that's how I got here. I wouldn't even be here if my Aquarius mother didn't take her friend's baby daddy from her. That is the story. So Aquariuses are not innocent. And I confronted her. I found out when I was 13 years old, the story. I confronted my mom and I asked my mom, why did you do that? That's not a friend. And she was just like, oh, because I don't think that's his daughter anyway. I said, it doesn't matter. If you considered this woman your acquaintance or a friend, you had no business dating her baby daddy. So Aquariuses are slick. Another thing my mom used to do, my mother would take money from men. She didn't care. Even when she was married, there'll be men dropping off toilet tissue and food and money and stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, you married. What would you do if your husband came home early from work and seen some man dropping off stuff? So Aquarius women could be money driven and they do things slick behind the scenes that you would never know. So they're not innocent. They like to be taken care of. They like men with money and status. So if they with a man who's a dusty and crusty, trust and believe an Aquarius woman is going through the back door. She might not even be sleeping with these men. They just, off her looks, off her beauty, off her aura, these men are giving the Aquarius woman money. I'm telling you, Aquarius woman will teach you that a man is supposed to invest in you. That's something that Aquarius women can teach you. They will let you know that you got to be with a man who needs to invest in you in order to get even next to you. So that's something I noticed. Aquarius is a very sneaky. All women are sneaky. We all have something about us, but they're not innocent. My sign is a Leo. I'm a Leo. Yeah, her friend was a snake. That is true. The Leo was a snake and she was a hoe. And my dad is stupid. He should have got a DNA test. But what he did was he never signed the birth certificate and he never paid child support for that child. And that child grew up to be jealous of me. And I had to talk with her like, why are you jealous of me? Like, your mother should have handled legally when dad asked her for a DNA test. Why did your mother deny a DNA test? Because your mother knows she can't prove that dad is your real father. What? Our father is my dad. How would you know? You don't know that. I look like our father. My parents were married. I was conceived in marriage. And then when our dad died, my dad had me on like a death benefit. And she was mad about that. How I'm the oldest child. Why would he put your name down on a death benefit? Why would he have you on life insurance, but not me? Because he knows that I'm his real child. He married my mom. He doesn't know if you're his real child. I don't know why he did that. He should have. I'm not saying that I don't think our father didn't love her, but I don't think he loved her in a way that he loved me because I was made out of love. I was made in a marriage and I look like him too. She doesn't look like anyone in our family. She doesn't even look like him. I look like our father. So it's fucked up, but that's not my problem. It's not my fault that your mom was a hoe and then her baby daddies didn't marry her. It's not my fault that my mom's or her baby daddies married her. Like, it's not my fault. Like, you mad at me, you know? So I went through a lot with that. Yeah, Aquarius are, yeah, they are good friends. You gotta just be careful because they sneaky too. Oh, you're a Leo ascendant. Nice. He said, don't trust them. You gotta watch out for everybody. You said, Lord, yeah, they are snakes and sneaky. I know. Every Aquarius I encounter is a problem for me, but that's my experience. Aw. Most Aquariuses have been good to me. Um, I have problems with Gemini women. That has been my issue. Scorpio women and Gemini women haven't been good to me. Those two signs, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Woo. I have so many stories about them. With Aquarius, when it's good, it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. You know, I think we all have what? Resilience. Both your parents are Aquarius? Wow. My sort of view says Aquarius love to try to latch on to me intentionally and then get jealous of me. Child, I don't do them, snake. But that's how I feel about Gemini women. Gemini women be like, they get all starry eyed when they see me, like, oh my gosh, I love her light. Let me go get a straw and drain it. Like, please, Gemini women. Y'all are very smart. Y'all are beautiful, but please leave me alone. I can't do no more. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. Leave me alone, please. I can't do no more. I'm down to one Gemini friend right now. Let's see how that goes. No more. Mm-mm. Sorry. So if you a Gemini woman, please don't put in your friendship resume to me. I will decline it. I can't do it. I can't. I can't do any more Gemini female friends. Nope. In the last couple of years, Virgo too. Virgo women been working my motherfucking nerves too. I can't. If you're male centered, period, it don't matter what sign you are, but if you are a male centered woman, we can't be friends. If we can't go a whole conversation without talking about a man, I can't be friends with you. I really cannot be friends with you. Resilience says Aquariuses are geniuses. It's a smart sign, but they got to be careful. Um, I think Geminis are smart too, just as smart as Aquarius is. But Aquariuses sometimes are too smart for themselves. That they can be academically brilliant, but they don't have common sense. Because many times, like growing up, my mom was academically smart, but there was many times where I was going, girl, you slow or something? You don't see what that person's doing? So they can be smart in business, they can be smart academically, but they don't have a lot of common sense. They don't. I'm telling you, Aquariuses don't have a lot of common sense. The simple things they're slow on. I'm telling you. You be like, you good? Like, wake up, you know? Renee says, that's my twin. He's an Aquarius. He wants women to take care of him. Ew. The guy that did the love spell on me years ago, guys, he was an Aquarius. I just realized the guy that did the fucking spell on me was an Aquarius. And he did it because he wanted me to take care of him. So Aquariuses, when they're dark-sided, they can be dusties and crusties. His ex and I have the same thing in common: beauty and very independent, having flashy things. He's not trustworthy. Yeah, so if they're an unevolved Aquarius man, they are dusty crusty, just like the Gemini man too. They want to find women or men to take care of them. Mishka says, I only had one Leo friend and she was young, very unevolved, not a good experience. I agree. Me experiencing unevolved Leos, it was horrible. I wanted to beat them bitches up too. So I get it. I'm a evolved Leo. But I will say this: when I was an unevolved Leo, it really wasn't about me betraying my friends. It was me mostly betraying myself. Like I messed with a lot of dusty, crusty men when I was unevolved. I'm thinking of creating a story time channel, guys. And I'm gonna leave some of those stories for the channel. Um, but yeah, I've done things that was just like when I was unevolved. It was like, why did you do that? What the hell was wrong with you? Smart, true. Libras are like that too. Smart academically, but slow when it comes to simple things. Yep, I noticed that about them. Trey says, "Oh, Aquariuses will definitely join in a cult." Yep. Mm-hmm. On that ass and put a spell on you too. Yes, they will. Yep. If you got an Aquarius enemy, return to sender for no reason. Because chances are they on their ass. Yeah, they're very into that. They're into that stuff. Mm-hmm. They're very aware of the spirit world and stuff like that. They're into that stuff. They're very aware. So you didn't know Aquarius? Yeah. Oh yeah, Aquariuses are into that stuff. Even my mom, she was the one that told me about spell work and demons and all that stuff. And I was like, I didn't even know she knew about that. I was just looking at her like, what the hell? How you know about that stuff? She used to tell me about psychics and demons and all these different like names of different creatures and characters in other dimensions. Yeah, they're deep. But the simple stuff they just can't catch on. Yeah, you did miss the live. I'm gonna get out of here soon. I've been talking for 3 hours. I never do 3 hour lives, but I know I haven't been on in 2 weeks, so I stayed on an extra hour tonight. Nephilim, yeah, they know all about that stuff. And then Scorpios, they know about the spirit realm too. They got to be very careful. Scorpios have to be very careful because they can get attacked spiritually. What is that? Is that Mars or Mercury energy they're ruled by? So they can have a lot of spiritual attacks. They, and also because they rule the genitals, they can end up with STDs. They can end up with multiple baby daddies, baby mamas. So Scorpios, you got to be very careful. Yeah, Pisces are into that spiritual realm stuff too. But they, a lot of them be in dream world. They don't know how to get out that dream realm. Mars, exactly. I recently started encountering higher level demons. Oh man. Where you seeing these demons at, Universal? You seeing them in the dream realm or you seeing them in the physical realm? Yep. You're a Scorpio and you've been through a lot of spiritual attacks. Yes, so you gotta be very careful. Oh my goodness. Y'all are prone to get mental illnesses, y'all are prone for spiritual attacks. The person I live with, my relative, he's a Scorpio and he's experiencing that too. capital. They live in the they live in the hell realm. Whoa, that's deep. Which is wild. They even go in the White House down there. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. There's a I told y'all all the time. I watch this guy called Brother Yosef. His channel called is New Life Tools. He talks about that. He always talks about like different beings in other hell states and dimensions and stuff like that. Like, so I understand what you mean. I've been in like other dimensions and stuff, so I understand. I just try not to go up in there. It's too much. Renee says my sis is a Pisces and I don't trust her. I know she's doing a lot of spell work on me. How you know she's doing spell work on you? But you know what? When somebody is doing spell work on you, you usually are going to be told, you're usually going to know that somebody is doing spell work on you. You'll know. You'll definitely know. You definitely will know when somebody is doing spell work on you. I'm putting my donation information in here before I get out of here. You'll know. Anytime somebody is thinking negatively about me, you'll see their face, you'll hear their name, you'll hear their voice. You will know. Like, there's no possible way. I'm sorry, because usually the person that's doing spell work on you, you know them. It's very rare that you don't know somebody and they're doing spell work on you. It's very freaking rare. It doesn't happen like that. You're gonna see, or you'll dream about it. You'll have a vision of it. You'll dream about it. Because I mean, it could be people that you don't know. Like, say like your man cheating on you, your woman cheating on you, their lover, like the side chick or side dude, they could be doing spell work on you. That happens too. People who are watching you online, that can happen. Like, I was feeling really, really heavy 2 weeks ago. You know, sometimes people just sending you like negative energy, but don't be so quick to say somebody doing spell work on you, because sometimes it's just negative energy they're sending to you, but they're not doing like magic on you. Like, if your life is not changing dramatically, then it might not be spell work, or it may be low level spell work and it's not working. You know what I'm saying? Oh, these comments are coming in fast. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Like I said, how I always know, I pay attention to the energy. I always feel the person's energy within me. I always see their face. I always see them in my dreams, because you understand that they have a connection to you. They have to basically be looking at your photo, looking at you online, or they're around you. They have to be connecting to you. There's no way your spirit picks up on these things unless you're literally spiritually dead. How are you not picking this up? You're going to know. You can even pray and say, God, please show me who is throwing this energy towards me. You can feel it. I always feel the person. I even feel like if it's a stranger, I may not be able to see their face, but I'll know if like somebody from YouTube or somebody from TikTok or something like that, or someone who I'm not even really close to, I don't know them, I'll either pick up if it's a man or a woman. I can feel whether somebody is like sending me dark energy. I can feel it. Sometimes I can see their face. I've never seen them before. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. And I just do what I gotta do. I light my candle. I send that energy right back to them. That's all. I light a black candle. I light a white candle. I pray over myself. You know, that's how I send that energy back to that person. And it works. Because you have to understand, people have to continuously be doing work on you for it to work, you know? That's why a lot of people go to like those workers, because they need to use their energy. He says, as a New York Giant says, as a Libra, when I was a kid, I always got a cold shiver down my spine out of nowhere. Really? What do you think that is? You think that has something to do with your brain, or do you think that's something to do with like a spirit that is trying to get your attention? Oh, that's a good question, Battle. Has anyone done good witchcraft on you to bless you? That's a good question. Um, no, I wouldn't say that. There's some people who can sow seeds into you. So there are people, like there was people on here too, but there's people on my stomach growl. I'm hungry now. There's people that they will give you money, like they'll sow a seed into you. Like there's some people who told me like, yo, I donated to you, and then the next day the same amount of money came back to me. Like, what the hell? I've done that too, where I've given people money or I've done a favor for them. Or like, years ago when I was a hairstylist, a couple of times I gave away free hairstyles, and then the amount that the hairstyle was, another person booked with me, or somebody randomly just sent me money out of nowhere, like, here, God bless. So there are other ways that people can like sow into you to bless you. So people may randomly give you money or do a favor for you, or people talk about you. Witchcraft is a form of talking or gossiping. It could be good gossip. There's been people who say, yeah, she's always talking good about you. I've been wanting to meet you. I've gotten jobs like that. I've gotten, opportunities like that. Well, because they're talking so good about you, I'm gonna let you come this way, or I'm gonna let you do this. I trust you to do that because XYZ has been talking good about you. So that would be a form of good karma, good witchcraft, basically. Universal says, really quickly, have you guys experienced mimic spirits in New York City? I am encouraging more people I'm encountering more people copying and mimicking me. It's so weird. It's kind of like narc, but more of a mimic, kind of random. No, I haven't been experiencing mimic spirits, and I think it's because I'm mostly alone. But I believe you, because there was a time where I was surrounded by mimicking spirits, copying spirits a lot in my life, and it's very scary. So I believe you. Everybody is having a different experience, I think, or some of us are having the same experiences of the increase. So I believe you. Things are increasing now spiritually all over the place. So for me, what I'm noticing in New York, spiritually, is that I talked about this before. A year ago, I did this viral video that I did, like, I think is almost at like 85,000 likes now. I don't know. I don't know what. I think it's like 500,000 views or something. It's crazy. Some big ass number on this video. What I'm encountering is this: people can't see me. I'm literally going hello, and then going, oh, I didn't even see you standing there. So I'm encountering people cannot see me. People, it's almost like I'm not in this dimension anymore. So people are not seeing me. So I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm like hidden. So I feel almost invisible, like I'm a ghost. I literally have to get people's attention now. I'm noticing that. Another thing I would say, I've been talking about this before, the increase of people stinking. Everyone kept saying, no, that was COVID. Nope, this is not COVID. I never had COVID ever in my life. But I am smelling sickness. I'm smelling death. I'm smelling these demons that are on people. It is becoming, there's days where I'm outside and my eyes are watering because people stink so bad to me now. But it's also a good thing because when you have a good spirit, you will smell sweet. There's no reason for you to stink. And then people are saying, no, it's just that people aren't bathing. There's no way that 80% of New Yorkers are not washing their ass. I don't want to believe it. It is a distinct smell, and they all have the same smell. This isn't BO. Everyone has their own BO. They smell like demons. It's just a demonic smell. It's a rank, decaying smell. It smells like death. BO don't smell like death. BO is like, smell like funk, like booty, like doo-doo. No, this is not that smell. This is a decaying, evil, demonic smell. When you smell a demon, you know that scent. It's hard to explain that scent. That's what I'm smelling on people. It's very uncomfortable to be in public because people are so stink now for me. I don't enjoy it. Ugh. Oh, thank you, Renee. Okay, I'm gonna email you when I get off. When I get off the live, I'll email you and we'll figure out the time. Okay, thank you so much. I love you, girl. Thank you. Yushka said, "What the f?" Oh my God, yes. People would be smelling so crazy, horrible. Universal says, "I have to check that video. I need to see it." Let me see if I can go to my TikTok right now. It's on my TikTok. It is on my the video is on my what's the thing called? It's on my YouTube too. I just don't know where it's at, but I have that video, and I need to do another video about that because I'm experiencing these weird occurrences now. Time is speeding up. Another thing that my Scorpio, let's call him my Scorpio boo. So my Scorpio boo, he said something he noticed is that people look old to him. And I said, you know what? You're right. He's like, when I look at you, you look so young. Like it's almost like time has frozen. He's like, I look younger, but when I'm seeing like other people, they look like they're aging rapidly. So I don't know if anyone noticed that. Are people looking older to you? People are looking really old to me. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. He's like, time is speeding up, but people look like they're aging really fast. And I'm like, that's true. If time seems like it's speeding up, then people are going to appear older in such a small amount of time. New York Giant says, I think it's a warning sign of the spirit. The cold shiver and always happens when there's odd coincidence or when you're unknowingly being watched by people. That makes sense too. That's good, New York Giant. You have to pay attention to these things that happen to you. People are not in tune. There's certain things that happen to me when I know something spiritual is going to happen. Like I get horrible anxiety and stomach aches whenever something's about to happen. I literally wake up and I'm like, oh no, my stomach is killing me. And it's not I gotta go to the bathroom stomach ache. It is a spiritual stomach ache. It's an anxiety thing. And I literally have to wake up and go and do my counting, and because it's spiritual. And before the end of the day, something does happen. Sometimes it's good news, sometimes it's bad news. Uh-oh. How come I can't get to my videos on my page? That's strange. Let's see if it'll let me get on my... That's strange. Look at that. It won't let me see my videos on my TikTok. That's weird. Oh, snap. I'm trying to find that video, Universal. What the hell? That's weird. I don't know what that means. Oh well. I'll leave the link in the comment section for you, Universal. Hey, who's that? Talisha? How you doing, girl? You are 3 hours late. I'm about to get out of here soon. Yeah, they are saying the Gen Z generation looks old, but it's not just them, it's other people too. Because even my peers, they're looking old. And when they see me, they're going, like, Ange? Like, what the hell? And I even been looking at my old photos. Don't get me wrong, my face has aged, but it has not been aging like my peers. It hasn't. I haven't even gotten a gray hair yet, guys. And I was talking to one of my friends. She was like, "Girl, I got gray coochie hairs." And I was like, "You do?" And I was almost like jealous. Like, how come I don't have any grays? Like, I know it sounds weird, but I'm not aging like my peers. Like, even when I saw my ex-fiance at that funeral that I went to a month ago, and he was just staring at me. He was just like, it's like you're frozen in time. Like, how are you not aging? And I'm like, I am aging. When I look in the mirror, I can tell that I've aged. I even feel my face looks older since I've lost 85 pounds, because when your face is fuller, you look like a baby. But in comparison to other people are aging faster. And it's like, spiritually, if your spirit is clean, you're aging slower. He said rotting flesh came to mind. Yes, these people stinking. That is true, Renee. When people get karma from me, they age. Yeah, that happened to my cousin, the one that stole thousands of dollars from me. That I haven't gotten back yet. It's been like a couple of years. It's been 3 years and I haven't gotten that money. I have a cousin that we sold the property of my grandmother's and she stole $30,000 from me. And I have never gotten that money back. And she's aged. All of her hair is gray. Her face looks like an old lady. And she's only, if I'm 40, I'm going to be 41. She's probably 52, probably about 52. She's a Taurus, by the way. She looks 60 to me. Her body looks young, but her face, she has so many wrinkles underneath here. All of her hair, she has long hair. All of her hair has turned gray, and her eyes, she looks like death. It's not just that she looks old, she looks like death. Not saying that 52 is old, because it's not, but she just looks like death. So yeah, that does happen. When people do you dirty, they will age overnight. I got a baby face. Thank you. He said, Mishka says, I have no gray hair, and everyone I was in school with look way older. Yup. I'm 32 and still look like I'm in my 20s, and my schoolmates, they look like they're hitting 40. Yeah, what's that about? I'm a Leo. Also, think it's the food that we're eating, like meat. So low vibrational. Now that is true. Now I still eat meat. I just don't consume meat every day. It is my goal to just not eat meat at all. And I already know that as soon as I stop eating meat, I will drop weight like that, because the food in America is poisonous. Let's just keep it real, guys. The food in America is poisonous, right? So even though I'm an overweight person, I don't eat as bad as a lot of my peers do. And maybe that is why they're aging, fast. My Scorpio boo, he went plant-based. So he's plant-based. He eats a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. He drinks just mostly water. He don't drink juice or nothing like that unless he's juicing. Um, so that has a lot to do with it, but I still eat meat and I'm still aging slower. So I don't think it's just your diet. I think it's your spirit too. Because if that was the case, I would be aging because I'm considered overweight and I eat meat. So I think your spirit has a lot to do with how you look to. India, hey boo. Yeah, girl, you are 3 hours and 29 minutes late. I'm about to get off of here. Y'all tricked me today, but it's only because I haven't been on for 2 weeks, and then I know I might disappear on y'all again. So I said, let me spend some time with y'all. What y'all saying? She said, that's a whole demon, girl. That's funny. Oh my God, that's funny. Uh-oh, who sent me a cash app? Thank you, India. Thank you for the cash app, boo. Appreciate you. Oh, India, I got fired. You got to watch the beginning of the video to hear about that. Universal says, I eat grass-fed meat. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the blessings tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Your girl gonna need it. Your girl gonna need it until she find another job and until her business flourishes. Listen, I need to stop eating meat, period. That's it. I need to stop drinking too. I do drink wine when I'm home, and when I go out, I do have a margarita. I already know. Y'all think I look young now. If I stop eating that meat and I stop drinking tequila, y'all gonna have you conceited one, okay? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got fired. Well, what they're trying to get me to quit, so they put me on a schedule for one day. That's technically I got fired, pretty much. Yeah. It's okay. I'm not sad about it. I mean, I'm sad about the money, but I'm not sad about leaving this shitty ass job. Like, I don't give a shit. You said you might get fired next. Well, listen, what I'll say is this. If you do get fired, may God just replace your job immediately. That's all. But I'm job hunting. We'll see what happens. Maybe God wants me to relax for the summer, or maybe God wants me to work this summer. So we'll see what happens. I did get 2 emails back, but somebody wanted me to come in for an interview on Monday, but Monday I had to work. Hey CJ, you about 3.5 hours late. But yeah, but I said I couldn't because I had to work, so I didn't. I worked on Monday, so I didn't go into for that interview. And then another company hit me up, but they just wanted me to respond. I took a test, and then they said I did well on the test. So now they said, do you want the job? And then I said yes, and I gave them information for tax things, tax information. And then they saying they'll call me. So we'll see to set up an interview if they really want me. So I'm sure I'll get something else. That's all. Renee says, my job is doing that to me now. I had 75 hours. Now I have what? They drop you from 75 hours to 10 hours? Oh my God, that's terrible, Renee. Well, you know what? That just means that it's time for you to move on. Just let it go. Blessings back to you too, CJ. You need to find a job from home because people out here are disgusting. Yeah. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I prefer working outside of my house because my relative has mental illness and he's retired, so he's home a lot. So getting out the house every day, or at least 3 to 5 days a week, is a good thing for me. You get what I'm saying? I don't like being in the house with people in the house making noise and all of that, and I don't like that. So believe it or not, and it gives me exercise. Believe it or not, You know, I'm an overweight person, but I have a lot of energy. I like to move around. It keeps my weight down, you know? Yeah, I wasn't working. I couldn't work 75 hours. So maybe God is giving you rest, Renee. I'm telling you. God is just shifting us. Yep, you're right. That's it. God is just shifting us. I'm proud of myself. I didn't like I'm not sad about it. I'm just like, okay, where is God taking me next? That's all. I'm kind of excited. I'm getting excited now. You know, I'll meet new people. I don't like starting over. I hate that. Like we hate starting over again, but it's a good thing. It's a blessing. Yeah, I was only working 20 hours at this job. But the most hours I had at this job was like maybe 30, 35 hours a week. But they did a cut because the store is not making money. So now everybody had like 20 hours. So you know, that's it's not really a lot of money anyway, but I'm losing between what is it, 12, 14 to $1,600 a month at least, you know, where that's not a lot of money, but that is still money that I've been making for the past 8 months. So I'm having to shift my life again, you know. But there's people out there who's doing a $5,000 a month cut. You know what I'm saying? So it was balancing out between me having that money and then me making money from phone sessions or stuff like that. But one thing I realized is that anytime I focus on another job, my business gets impacted. So phone sessions aren't coming in like that because I'm not able to focus on my content. I'm not able to focus on my clients. So that's what happens. So now I'm not even getting phone sessions like that pretty much because I've been so focused on this shitty ass job. So maybe God is shaking things up so that way I can focus on being creative, basically. And I'm more creative in the summertime, so it's a perfect time. Renee says, I'm depressed because I have a lot of responsibilities. Don't be depressed. Reinvent yourself. I'm telling you, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. You booked your phone session, so we're gonna talk. I'm gonna get in you. I'm gonna tell you, you got to start your own business. And you're in New York too. So that means that you're surrounded by thousands of people. You're going to have to start your own business. God is redirecting all of us. We can't be playing no more. If there's anything creative that you need to do, remember, guys, this is the year 8. This is the manifesting year. You want a baby? Make that baby this year. You want to write a book? Write that book this year. You want a new man, a new woman? Get them this year. This is the year 8. This is the manifesting year. Make it happen. Things are happening so fast, good and bad. Even in my life, things are happening very fast. Very fast. Like I wanted to go you know, to Mexico. I saved that money up in 3 months. Some people take a whole year to save up for a vacation. In 3 months, I bust my ass and saved up that money for 3 months. And I don't make a lot. I only make $17 an hour, guys, and I bust my ass and I saved up that money to get to Mexico. So you can make things happen. If you do your part, God will do their part. Universe will do their part. I'm telling you, whatever you want, do it this year. Do not play with this energy, guys. I'm telling you. No, I don't. Yeah, it's true. I like stability. I'm a fixed sign. I like stability. I hate starting over. Yep, it's true. But I'll be okay. I don't even understand why they hire people. Well, they hire people because they think that they're going to be able to train you into the slave that they want. And when they realize that you're not a slave, you know, there's workers and there's leaders, and most of us are leaders going to these shitty ass jobs. So when you get there and they realize they can't shape and mold your mind into the slave they want you to be, that's when they get you out of there. And how are they going to know that? Just like a date, just like when you're dating somebody, a man or a woman, they date you for a little bit to see if you a dumb bitch or you a dumb dude. And then when they realize that you're not dumb, they're not gonna be able to run game on you, they get rid of you, they ghost you. It's the same thing. That's the reason why, once they realize that they won't be able to shape and mold me into something that I'm not, that's when they want to get rid of me. Basically, I'm the problem, pretty much. But if I was the problem, they would have just fired me completely. It's not that. It's just that I'm not conforming to their bullshit. A lot of you aren't conforming to their bullshit, so that's why they're pushing you out. And it's good. It's a blessing. If God is pushing you out of a job, just leave. Don't fight it. Just leave. Pretty much. So this stupid bitch gave me 1 day. Yep, 1 day. It's okay though. Whatever. I'll take my little $100 a week. Woo! Okay, guys. Does anybody have anything to say before I leave? I have been on for 3 hours and 40 minutes. Renee, I'm going to email you as soon as I get off of here. Plus, my phone has, what am I at? 19%. So I got to get out of here. I had an amazing chat. Thank you for listening to me, guys. I had a great time talking about people, talking about zodiacs, talking about everything with y'all, pretty much. The shitty jobs and everything. It was a great chat. You so silly. Nah, yeah, the next time I go into work is next Monday. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna be smiling like, hey, how y'all doing? Still here. They're gonna be looking like, damn, this bitch didn't quit yet. Nope, I'm here for my 1 day. Okay, goodbye. And I'm doing the bare minimum. I'm not getting no credit card accounts. I'm not going the extra mile or nothing. I'm just going in and clocking the fuck out. That's it. I made your night. You made my night. Thank you so much. Blessing me financially while you're going through a financial situation. That's a huge blessing, and you will be blessed for that too. Thank you to everybody who donated. I didn't see my email. I didn't see my Cash App yet. So if you did donate to me, if you want to donate to me, you can. I'll put that information in the comment section. If you want a phone session, you can book with me. Sometimes people want to talk about situations they're going through, zodiacs. They want to talk about spiritual experiences. They want to talk about the chosen one journey. We can talk about anything. Okay, it's $20 for $20 for 30 minutes and $40 for 1 hour. I have plenty of time now, so I will be taking bookings more now during the week and sometimes on the weekend. You email me at neoangie3000@yahoo.com. All that information will be in the comment section in the description bar when I get out this live, and that's how you book me. Don't DM me on my Instagram. Don't DM me on my TikTok. Booking. I like to talk to you in my email so I have a record of who you are. Okay? All right, guys. Good night, everybody. Peace and love. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy the weather wherever you are. Hopefully it's sunny. Get out there in nature and recharge your energy, okay? And stay prayed up, stay spiritually protected. Watch out for these demons. And I don't know, I'll be back sometime next week. I'll be back in June. Yeah, I'll come back in June, but I'll try to get a video up for y'all in between then. All right, guys. Love you. Talk to you soon.